Welcome to the Scratching Post with Scratching Gaming Itch. Sorry, I was just finishing up my lunch.
Delicious.
Brunch.
Well, it's 12 o'clock.
It's lunch.
Yeah. Close enough.
That's because I missed breakfast. Doesn't matter. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Scratching Post with Scratching Gaming Itch. My name's E-Back, and as usual, you're watching the Scratching Post. And today it's Sunday, and I'm streaming. That can only be one thing, unless I'm doing an impromptu stream. It means it's Star Wars time.
Woo!
Wow.
Star Wars.
Ba,
It's Star Wars. It's finally Star Wars.
And
We don't have to wait.
that means I am here with my good friends. Of course, we have joining us today, as normal, Shadow Phoenix Rider.
Hello.
Burr.
You can also call it second breakfast.
And we got Lemming.
Why does breakfast have to end? It's all the best
Yeah.
food.
The one and only Scarfulu.
Hello. Oh goodness.
Oh goodness. Someone's being summoned.
Burr's being summoned.
Hello.
And Divot, who's currently not showing his camera because of reasons.
Hello, I am here. Yes.
Yeah. Divot is,
quickly.
but Divot is here. He's not. Yeah, he's not. Flash in a pan. He's gone.
I just saw a kitten just.
All right. So welcome to the Star Wars role-playing game. Now, for those of you that are new to this, what happens every Sunday? Well, not every Sunday, but a Sunday where I can arrange this lot to get together, and be available. I gather them and we play a Star Wars tabletop role-playing game, which is from the Fantasy Flight Games, which you can see below me as the core rulebooks, and you can purchase them from any good game stores, not if you can find them.
They're busy being reprinted though, so that's good. Unless you want the Bounty Hunter book, that's never in stock. You always have to back order that.
Because
I'm
that's
back, sorry.
popular. Welcome back then, but so yes,
Yeah.
and this is our 12th session. We've been technically playing for
Yes.
a year, technically, although we've actually
Woo!
I actually look back and we've been doing for this for nearly 2 years, actually.
On and off.
On and off.
It's like, welcome to the world of grown-ups where you have obligations and you don't have enough time.
Boo,
And it's the
boo
real-
obligation.
Boo,
Uh,
I say.
So yes, we of course got Lemming playing Das Vanden, the human explorer, big game hunter. We have Divot.
Howdy.
We have Divot playing Malachi, the Chiss smuggler pilot.
Yes, we're going to go to a lovely, horrible planet today.
We have Scarf playing Helena Vasto, a Togruta colonist performer.
Charmed.
Russell and Burr's playing Russell Snuba, a Gungan warrior steel hand adept.
Misa finally gonna punch land creatures in the face.
And finally, Shadow's playing Sky Korolis, a Sathari Seeker Pathfinder, aka Force user.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Although to clarify, but Rossos is also a Force user. They are
Yes.
the Warrior and Seeker are Force sensitive careers, so they are playing those characters, and the rest of them are not Force sensitive. They are just standard people of the galaxy.
They're just
We're
random
muggles.
people. Yes.
Close.
the muggles.
I'd prefer not to use those kind of terms,
Yeah.
but
I'm just a normal human.
but
Just men, just innocent men, just. Just normal
See-
men, just innocent
See if anybody
men.
gets this reference. I'm just an ordinary slowpoke.
So.
no, I'm not getting it.
No, it's from the Sonic the Hedgehog animated series.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Which
There's an
one?
episode where he gets brainwashed. You know the really, really, really awful one where he does like a PSA at the end for all the kids.
I say again, which one? Sorry, I
Yeah,
should.
there's
Although,
the
although you
Adventures
say,
of Sonic the Hedgehog.
although you saying Slowpoke unlocked a different war flashback from me.
Oh
A
no!
very, very old Spider-Man game on PS1 when I was chasing Venom many times.
yeah.
And like at least 50 times I did not catch him and he was like, Slowpoke!
Surf the web, surf the web.
You know, there was an episode of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog where Sonic gets brainwashed into think he's just a normal Mobian, and he's just like walking around, just like, I'm just an ordinary slowpoke. Come on, go fast! It's like I can't. I'm not.
I
not
didn't.
fast. What are you
Topics.
doing?
I'm just normal hedgehog. I'm just
Topics.
innocent
I. So you seem to have gotten the Comments podcast about 2 days early, everyone. With our special guest, David and Scott. No.
Yes. Wait, is it
Just
2
talking about
days away?
Doctor Who and nothing else.
Yes. The podcast is this
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I said the same thing when I saw Bert's post this morning.
Oh shit!
It's like we should plan these things. Anyway, we're gonna get on with it.
I mean,
We occasionally play RPGs.
Okay, so play RPG. Who wants to give me a recap of what happened last time? Given that it was only a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I imagine someone should be able to do that for me.
I don't mind
I
doing
can-
that again.
I can do that.
Just
I'll
some
let Bear do
stuff
it. I
below
did it
the
last
ledge, I
time,
was
so
like,
Bear can do it this time.
I mean, I don't remember who did it last time though.
That would be me. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm saying
Oh, no,
you can do it this time.
I'm
Okay,
waiting.
Yeah, I'll do it this time. Okay, so last time, Russell and Sherry returned from their adventure in the murky part of the town to see that there was delivery done to with the parts to the ship. There was some scuffle regarding the parts because Malachi and Sky wanted to negotiate the best prices for that and get some extra oomph out of it all. In the end, we did manage to sell some spare parts. The transition team very skillfully ripped apart many redundant elements of our ship and installed us the smuggling compartment. And in the meantime, Das was installing the cannons underneath the ship. So we are now ship-shaped, actually.
Ship shape in Bristol fashion. Good.
Yes.
I don't know what I mean by
In the
Bristol fashion.
meantime, yeah. In the meantime, Helene was talking to her family. She was reconnecting to her older daughter Shannon, who is a much more level-headed, grounded character, and she was slightly scolding her mom for being so reckless, whereas Helene played the same role later for her younger daughter Sherry, and was trying to get her level-headed a bit more. Whereas Sherry was saying that she wants this life of an adventure. She wants the life of risk and of doing something good to people. And she decided that maybe she would start with trying to decipher our comlink that we found in the package that was previously delivered, going to be delivered to the what was it called, Blue Twilight Gang? That was signed Fulcrum. So
Yes.
she's on it, and I am pretty sure she's gonna go places
We'll see.
with that. While that was all happening, Roslo snuck to the bar, to his room, was trying to sleep. He couldn't sleep, so he started playing with Holocron and activated it and
That
started.
started the whole thing.
Yeah, that started the whole thing. Because we got extra money. Sky wanted to completely innocently came to Russell and wanted to give it that, and caught him red-handed with playing with a holocron, trying to conjure a lightsaber. They had a serious discussion. They had a heart-to-heart regarding some of the pasts that they both had, and it stuck very deeply with Roslas. He then had some disturbing dreams regarding his connection to the Force and his connection to his past. What then happened is we have met the next day, because that was late in the evening. Everyone went to sleep. The next day we met with Vance, and Vance told us that there is an event to be held. Jabba the Hutt's Macabanese.
The Macabanese, yes.
Macabanese, which is Huttese for birthday.
Well,
And-
loosely translated, it can be
Loosely,
translated
yes.
to birthday. Yes.
Yeah. If you can even talk of birthday with mollusks and species evolved from them.
Mhm.
And as a to commemorate that, a traditional hunt is going to be partaken, and a hunt we have learned is going to happen on the Dathomir. So there's going to be a lot of teams, including ours, and there are high stakes for our team to win. We have to win. And
Well, Vance
as-
wants you to win, but it
Vance
is
wants us to win.
there's no actual prize more than the fact that it's
mean-
more it's politics effectively.
We want us to win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to win.
I want to not die.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Yes. So we have ended up going shopping. We have gotten ourselves an Arrow 23 speeder, and we have
li-
gotten ourselves
I
a
like
lot
the-
of gear.
I like the generous use of the word "we" went shopping.
Yeah, I mean, Haley went shopping.
Yeah. I get given the shopping list and go, can you find this for me?
Yeah.
And you met a very lovely
Like,
guy who was
yeah,
selling
and-
speeders.
And Haley,
Now
Right.
that's Peters.
Yeah.
Haley returned the shopping list to Das, saying like, well, "With photos, please."
I get the Christmas list.
Yeah.
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 You were the person who didn't dump intellect.
Yeah. So Das came up with a very seriously prepared, very well thought of list of items, and now we are fully equipped and prepared to venture off to Dathomir.
I'm surprised you're not giving commission off top of
Not
the scarf.
I should, yeah.
Right, not saying you should do that, but you can do that.
No,
I did. I have had a play in the previous, like, sure, I'll do it if you pay
Yeah.
me. Yeah. Anyway,
Understandable.
that's a good recap. Yes, effectively, the last time we left you, it was very much an out of kind of characters part where you guys were assessing what you would need for the hunt, and you guys
Mhm.
went to Das and basically assessed exactly what you'll need, and you've laden the ship with a whole smorgasbord of hunting equipment. Pretty much filled the hold of itself in with because you've got to fit in both the cage, the containment unit, as well as the speeder itself, and which along with that's already filling up, like it's already squeezing room inside the hold.
Also, another reason for winning is that we have all nigh but bankrupted ourselves in the process.
And that, yes, there likely is
This
going to be
was
some
the
kind of
money I was
cash
going to be using to
prize.
pay off some of my debts. So
There likely might be a cash prize. It's just we don't know.
we'll find out.
Who
Thank you.
knows?
Also, thank you much
Who knows?
for subscribing for 34 months in a row. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
Right then. So we're going to pick up where the players left off, where they were getting the onboard amenities unit installed, because you guys had installed the new the new laser cannon in the ship. You had also installed
Yep.
the smuggling compartments. But you also had an onboard amenities unit, which I think you guys completely forgot you'd purchased, arriving, that is very simple to simply install, so that the vehicle, the Fortune, which is what it is called, now has an onboard amenities unit.
Hooray! Let me add that.
Divot, would you like to explain to the audience what the onboard amenities unit does?
As I find it in the holocron so that I can equip it to our ship, I will do such a thing. Where is it? Oh, I can't find. Of course, now I can't find it. You put me on the spot, so it wasn't. Vehicles and vehicle attachments, starship and vehicle attachments, onboard amenities unit. There
I
we
found it exact same time
go.
you did, Div.
So yeah, I mean, I'll just read it verbatim.
Mm.
The onboard amenities unit is used primarily to keep a refrigeration unit full of food, as well as some other well-furnished compartment full of libations, alcoholic, otherwise. Whatever the specifics, a ship with an onboard amenities unit allows its inhabitants to offer hospitality to any guest aboard their vehicle. Essentially, it means that if you make a charm, deception, or negotiation check whilst aboard the vessel, you get an upgrade.
It's basically a fridge.
And that's by crew members on board the vehicle, so that is whether you're doing it over comms on the vessel or in the vessel itself, effectively.
It says once.
It does say once, so effectively once per check. I think is the way to explain
Yes.
that. So you can't like say, well, I'm taking 2 beers out of the popping them open and having 2, but no, which that's more likely to get you a setback more than anything. Anyway, so the now rest of sense of what do you all wish to do at this point? You've now been given your goal and what you're going to be doing. You've now gathered all the items on board the ship. What are you now doing individually as individuals?
Well, when do we need to leave?
Oh, we haven't rolled for a
Destiny.
Yes, we should. I will do the trigger. There you go. Roll for destiny.
We're gonna roll for the other thing as well.
I am on my way
Oh,
ahead
you
here.
didn't reset the thing.
That's
okay.
fine. I have because you can't reset it, but I'll deal with it now. So it's wow. It's We're missing someone. We're missing the
Bear,
Jet.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're missing me. My Firefox decided to uncooperate.
Oh no.
Oh, I see.
That's not good.
Ah, yeah. I see you logged out. So you're
Damn
not
you,
logged in.
browsers!
Better not get any ideas.
Gee.
Okay, I'm back and ready to roll Destiny.
Well, that's not a bad roll.
Excellent.
All 1 pips rolls, so not like you're not drowning in points, but you've got all 4 light side to 1 dark, which is good. Means that for the uninitiated, the players get to use light side points. I get to use dark side points, and when I flip one, when you flip it, flips to the other side. So, yep, that's gonna be fun. Now I'm gonna do everyone's favorite roll of the session, the obligation.
It's my drum roll in my mouth.
All right, so I've rolled a 74, which is nothing.
Woo!
And it's another session of no obligation triggering this session, which is
Ah,
Yeah.
lovely.
everyone can
We-
just chill
we
and
will
relax.
have enough on our plates.
Yeah. So, according to what Vance has said, he will arrive a few days later via a special kind of on basically an envoy ship, because effectively it's to basically be showy. You guys are taking the freighter to the
That's
to the
fair.
location,
That's fair.
which is fair.
Doesn't want to associate with us.
It is a show of power. It's a show of wealth, and it's also a show of basically it's a power play.
Yeah, but who wouldn't want to ride in this? Look at it.
It is a beautiful ship.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a slight bit of paneling falls off the underside near the cannon.
That's fine.
Damn it, that's I thought you used the depth.
we can patch that up.
Somebody give me a welder. I'll sort it.
No, at the end of the day, that's like asking, your boss to say, "Hey, ride in this truck with me." It's like
Yeah.
it's not exactly the fashion.
No, he'll take the Rolls Royce. Thank you very much.
Yes, exactly.
So I would like to find out when this is going to be there, when Vance is going to arrive. Therefore, we need to arrive earlier than that, and then how long it's going to take us to get there on this ship.
Oh, very easy. So, in fact, you give me an astrogation check, please.
I can do. What's the difficulty?
2 bubble dice.
Okay. Do I have anything to help me with this? Checks? No, I don't think I do. No, it just removes setbacks. So,
Oh, well.
huzzah!
Huzzah! 2 successes, 2 advantages. Well, for the 2 success, I can tell you that the order of days, according to what Vance told you, was that it's a multi-day event. The first few days are to allow distinguished guests and their entourage to arrive. Most big dignitaries appear on the last day, while generally the dredge arrive in advance and basically play out things in their own way, shall we say. So you probably want to arrive on day 1 of the event. Well, he will probably want to arrive on middle of day 3 tend to be like the fashionable time to arrive for the Carbonese.
Okay.
So actually, well, it'd be actually the dawn on day 3, because day 3 is the opening ceremony. So you turn up at the opening ceremony in your big, impressive transport. So yeah, that's when you arrive. So yes, you'll be, and with your advantages, if you want to spend them, you know that you could very easily get there ahead of Vance. I mean,
Well, I was gonna say, can I use one
mhm.
to get rid of one strain that I have,
Oh, you may certainly do that. Yes.
and then use the other to find out when we should leave to get there? Like how long it's going to take to get there?
So with a class 1 height, with a class class 1 hyperdrive, you can get there. You're going to get there a lot faster than anyone else anyway, because it's just nature of the you could even take a longer route and you'd still get there before him because the nature of hyperspace and the ratings. Effectively, the way hyperspace ratings work is you take the journey the days it will take in journey, you times it by the rating. So if a hyperspace 2 vehicle will take twice as long as a rating 1,
see.
for example. Yeah. So
How
go
how,
on.
how many days is it from now until day 1?
You've got about 7 days, which probably, if you want to get to Dathomir, you probably want to be leaving no later than perhaps tomorrow.
Okay. So it's a long trip in hyperspace then.
Yeah, most trips in hyperspace, especially when you're going from the outer rim to another part of the outer rim, it's a lot shorter than going to the core. Like, you don't go through the core because that'll take you longer. You go around the outside, but it's still from one end to the other end, so it's still gonna be a
I'm
lot.
looking on the galaxy map now. I can't find Dathomir. I can see where we are. I know where Nar Shaddaa is, but where's Dathomir?
So Dathomir, if you're looking at
It's
the
somewhere
Dathomir
horrible.
There it is.
Nearby
There it
Mandalorian
is.
space, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. So yeah,
It's
that's
somewhere horrible.
it's a long way.
yeah, it's
I was just curious.
near the other side of the galaxy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why the journey is taking a bit longer because and if you went through the core, it would take you twice as long because the further you get to the core, the more you have to navigate and so on and so forth.
It's only 45 feet. What are you talking about?
We
Okay,
could
cool.
walk there.
So then I'll spend the rest of this day making sure that the ship is ready to go.
Of course. Oh, there we go. So what I'm going to do is move you over to the Gambler's Luck itself because that's where you guys are.
Oh, we were already there. Sorry, I clicked to look back at the map.
I flipped.
Oh, I did not realize you guys have flipped back to the galaxy map. Interesting.
Yes, we can choose to go
Yeah.
different places that we have access to, which right now is just the map.
Yeah.
Fair. But yes, fair enough. Fantastic. So, you've now got basically 24 hours to kind of prepare and leave. You cause
Anyone needs me, I'll be in the ship.
You could use this to do various things. You could prepare for the trip because you've gotten equipment, but have you familiarized yourselves with that equipment and how to operate it? Have you familiarized yourself with who could be at the event? What kind of people you could be expecting to meet at the event? That is all these things are worth thinking about.
True.
Yep.
I think that's probably what Helena would be thinking about, like who's going to be there, and how can I mingle? How can I find out information from people? As what common ground can I find with them?
I'm just picturing me in the hangar bay going, right, everyone, this is how you put up a tent.
Yeah, we would definitely need some sort of field training.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for paying the cat tax, Burr.
Yeah,
She's paying herself.
that is Miss Alothcat.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so yes, I'm gonna call out. So Das, what are you doing at this precise moment?
Preparing the equipment. Basically, the tents will have gotten them like fresh from stores, so they'll all be like packaged and stuff. I'm basically taking them all apart and then putting them back together in a way that's faster to set up. Because a used tent is always faster to set up than a brand new one.
Well, okay. If you want to do
So,
that,
throw
sure.
the equipment, basically.
If you want to do that, I will allow you that. Give me a coordination check, please. I'll accept coordination or I'll accept survival. Coordination I'll take is the easiest check of 1 or a survival check of 2.
Where the hell's... Oh, I'm actually better. I'm going to go with coordination because I actually have more dice in
Oh,
there.
there you go then. Fair enough. And
What's the difficulty?
it's going to be 1 for coordination.
Cool. Yeah. Oh god.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. That's not bad. But effectively, what it is that you.
Damn, I broke it.
No, you're not broken it. That would be threat. That would be certainly threat. But you're definitely you are definitely struggling to put these together. It seems to be that this is from a particularly these particular tents were made from a. It's almost like this manufacturer had never designed a tent before in their lives, and this is their first attempt at designing one. So they've made it very awkward to kind of assemble. they've not supplied the correct platoons in there to kind of anchor the tent, which they're there so that you stick them in the ground, but they're not separate. They're built into the actual rungs themselves, which makes it complicated to kind of then assemble. So that's basically why you got the failure. But with your
Who the hell designed this thing?
with your advantages, what I would like to do is you've got 5 advantages there. I'd like you to spend each one of them to allow because there's 5 tents.
Yes.
To allow each tent to basically say that the person who assembles their tent will gain a boost dice upon assembling.
Exactly what I wanted.
Make a note of that so it doesn't get forgotten.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's 1 tent and 4 portable survival shelters.
Oh yeah.
So the tent gets made up in the portal. Yeah, so that'll apply to the survival shelters in that case. Okay, what are you doing?
So, I want to get the ship as ready as possible, but then also I want to try and maybe just take out the arrow, just like take it out for a spin, try and get it a bit ready, fill it up with any fuel it may need, get it as prepped as possible.
Okay, so Das, you're assembling. You're kind of having your go at assembling the tents, and from you see like the ramp underneath the Fortune kind of descend because it's not like the cargo. It's actually more like a cargo lift, so it lifts things into the cargo bay. The lift descends, and you see that the Aero 7 speed is on there, and it seems to be that there you see Malachi at the controls, and you guys loaded it in just a few hours ago.
Where are you going?
I'm just taking it for a little spin, get familiar. I don't want to drive this thing for the first time on Dathomir, so I'm going to take it out here now.
Okay, I can get that. Just don't break it. We need it.
I won't break it. I am the best pilot in this pub.
I'd like you to say that because piloting ground vehicles is very different from piloting spaceships in this game. So we'll see how well it works.
There's
Also,
more of a possibility of hitting things.
I love that quick assessment on bragging. Like, I'm the best pilot in this pub.
Yeah.
Sky pretends not to hear him.
So I imagine Sky's probably over the maintenance area, just doing some more maintenance on other aspects of the place.
I was going to ask. I was going to ask about that, but only after Malachi's done.
Well, where do you want Sky to be? Because if you want to be involved in that, you can be there. Just
Well, I was hoping to. I was going to ask how much it would take for me to repair that 2-hole trauma that the Hawk still has.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course. So let's. This is where we get into.
Because the last time that happened, the dice were like, no.
Yeah, let's get up our lovely thing about healing and recovering. Here is stations vehicles. Here we go. Repairing. Here we go. Hold on the threshold. Okay, repairing. So, if you can basically repair the ship using the tools at hand. You
I have a toolkit.
Yeah, you got a toolkit, so you don't gain. Because you don't if you didn't have any tools, you would gain a debuff. Because you've got tools, you don't have that debuff. So it's under half. So it's a single purple dice check to heal. However, you're gonna have to spend money on materials to repair. Now that depends. You go on.
It was like 1,000 credits the first time or something.
Yeah, so generally speaking, this does differ, but generally speaking, it's 500 per hull trauma.
Okay.
It does depend on where you are, what you got available, and on like a junkyard planet, that might be a little bit less because you're surrounded by stuff. For Nar Shaddaa, I am going to apply at this point the base cost of 500 hull trauma because you're not in somewhere where you could easily access materials just off on hand. So yes, it's going to be basically just 500 credits for each. So that's 1,000 overall to repair the whole trauma and time, of course. It's probably going to take you a good. Well, actually, we'll let the check decide. It's going to take you, I'd say, at least 6 hours to do the repairs. Let's see if the check speeds up a little bit.
Do you wanted me to roll now? Or...
Yes, I was. I was asking for a mechanics roll, my dear.
Sorry, I just.
Let's go.
I enjoyed the way you said that, Yubak. It was very
Oh, no,
entertaining.
wrong.
Where I said, my dear?
Yeah, mechanics roll, my dad. I
Mechanics.
loved. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
What's the difficulty, sir?
It's under half, so it's only one. It's only one difficulty.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
You've said it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything.
Well, it was a balanced roll. That's fine.
It was a balanced roll.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
So yeah, the materials unfortunately are subpar. Doesn't your toolkit give you a boost die?
I don't.
Roll again.
I don't think it gives me a boost die. I think it just like eliminates the setback. Let me just check.
I know that most things do, but some like I don't like the med kit eliminates your setbacks, but also gives you a boost. I don't know whether the toolkit did the same thing.
Yeah, no, tool belt. The wearer counts as having a toolkit. Once per encounter, the wearer may draw a tool from a tool belt as an incidental, but that's it. I don't get a bonus or anything.
Yeah, so the damage is basically too severe for you to repair in the time. The good news is you're able to assess this quite quickly. So after 2 hours, although you waste the materials, it's basically come to a point where you just it looks like this damage is way too. It's basically going to take a lot more. Like when you start welding things on, more damage starts to kind of break in the hull. So it seems to be some kind of rupture that needs to be repaired. It's going to take a much longer time to get repaired. It's not going to be in danger in space flight, but you know, it's going to take a bit more of effort.
Oh boy, that one strike coming in really totaled this. Jeez, maybe I really should let Malachi fly.
Oh, bless. It's also worth mentioning, just in case anyone knows, you can also pay a third party for repairs as well. And the advantage of that is that they don't roll. You literally pay, and they do it. So that's the advantage of doing it. You pay a lot more, but yeah, that is one advantage. So, but like healing, in that respect. So, Nuba, where are you? And what are you doing? I will get you to you, Malachi. I just want to kind of establish what everyone
You're
is
good.
at this time.
Yeah, so so Roslos is looking through his things. If he checks if he has his stim packs, if his vibronacles are activating correctly, so he's prepared for that. Also, he's trying to, because he's a Gungan, so of course he remembers that occasionally there are hunts for, like, maybe not a fully grown Sando, but like for baby Sandos. And for the fully grown, you have to have a lot of like electric nets. But for babies, that would be in our like regular nets that are like not vibro and anything will be enough. So I try to find out if I can conjure a net like that to like throw on a creature if need be.
Well, if you want to try that, you may certainly do. We'll get to that in a bit, though. So you're in your room, I assume, when you're trying this.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm in my room.
Helene, where are you and what are you doing?
I would assume just kind of doing a little bit of kind of fact finding, maybe learning a little bit more about Dathomir or and perhaps the people that are going to be there.
How would you go about finding this information?
I'll probably be searching information on a data pad, seeing what I can scrounge up.
Okay, that makes sense to me. All right, so where would you be doing this?
It'd be in Helene's room.
Okay. All right, Malachi. So we'll go back to Malachi, Sky, and Das in the hangar bay. Sky, you're currently in mid-job as you've got like the arc weld in your hand that's sparking away. As you also see this exchange between Das and Malachi, as Malachi seems to be pushing buttons on the speeder, preparing it.
Yes, beepity boopity.
And I'm gonna give Malachi, give me a piloting planetary check, please.
See, I have the same skill in both things. That's why I'm confident saying I'm the best. What's the difficulty?
Give me a 1 purple dice check, but I'm gonna throw in a setback for your arrogance.
You can do that because I remove setbacks.
Ah!
Yeah.
Foil.
I remove
have
up to
the-
2.
I'm a cocky motherfucker.
Cocky belt.
So I will roll like this. Yes, good.
So you kind of open, you kind of like motion for Das to kind of hit the kind of door release, and the kind of the large doors slide open as you take the speeder down into the streets of Nashida. Are you going there in potential? Or are you just kind of going places to kind of feel her
I
out?
am. I'm doing a combination of going through the streets, making my way around so I can, get used to that, and then I want to try and find somewhere that's like open and flat. Like, is this like an arid desert planet? Is it a
No.
foresty planet?
No, Nashida is it's like Coruscant, like in
Yeah.
Mutopolis, but more dirty.
Okay.
It's very much like almost not a slum world. Slum world's one word for it. Think very built up, very kind of smoggy, a lot of industrial
Yeah,
stuff,
like-
a lot of underworld thing goes on.
Yeah.
here.
So
Have you seen Blade Runner?
I have actually never seen Blade Runner.
Uh,
Cyberpunk.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to. I would if I would know if there's a big like open flat area that I can like push this thing.
Yeah, there isn't really an open flat area in this much in the main part of the city. There is a part of which is where one of the market districts where the market stores set up their stalls. This early in the day, a lot of them probably would only be going there and only starting up, but it leaves most of the area pretty much clear to kind of open her up, as it were. But there are also several.
I want to see what it can do.
There are also several like main paths and highways that you can utilize as well, where you could just open her up, as it were. The law is very open to interpretation here on Nashida.
Okay.
Yeah, I've dropped a couple of links with like.
I've
images.
yes, thank you very much. I've opened them and had a look.
Yeah, it gives a good kind of indication of what Nashida looks like as a city.
Yeah, it was
Like
never
the
something that
red light
came up.
district,
But
but like the whole.
the whole planet is a red light district.
Yeah.
So as you kind of
Fair
like,
Damn.
so with the two successes, you kind of blaze through the streets, kind of seeing that the neon signs kind of pass by all the various kind of windows. Because you're on a land speeder, you do only remain at ground level, although you do see air speeders and other kind of speeders like up in the sky in the distance, speeding along. Not quite a lot of ground traffic. Most of Nashida, because they live in that kind of like lower class, kind of like poverty line.
Yeah.
Most only those that with air speeders are like the very kind of wealthy or the very criminal aspects. Very few do you get like whereas most people tend to be on ground vehicles here in Nashida, unlike Coruscant, where a majority of the traffic is air traffic. As you speed through, you're able to weave in and out between the vehicles as you eventually get to the market district, and it is as protected. There's only like a couple of stalls here and there, but literally that's a wide open kind of concrete flat area for you to kind of test around.
Yes, I will do such and test her out.
So you kind of start swinging the speeder kind of left and right, and because most land speeders, because they're repulsor craft, do have a certain drift to them and how they move, and she definitely responds very well in the drifts. It is very slidey compared to kind of tracked vehicles, and also, given the fact your experience with starships, of course, a lot of mass going at speed is hard to turn, so you're kind of used to it. It's probably a bit more slippery than you're used to, but the vehicle has a good feel. It's got good speed on it as well.
Excellent. I am. Hang on. Okay. I'm gonna.
Oh no.
I have a question. I have a talent I want to use.
Mm-hmm.
If I use it, will it be locked for the rest of the session, or
Does it say that it can use once?
doesn't say it can be used one session?
In that case, it can be used as many times in a session you want. What is that?
It's full throttle. I make a hard piloting check and increase its top speed by 1 for a number of rounds equal to cunning. So in me getting more familiar with this speeder, I want to attempt to do this very quickly. If I know it's going wrong, I'll stop. But if it's like, I'm not going to push it too hard because it is brand new.
Yep,
But I would like to see if I can do this on this new speeder.
Absolutely. So you can form a full throttle action.
Yes.
Go for it. It's a hard difficulty, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So you are correct. It's just a hard piloting check. So I assume I just roll piloting planetary, but 3 red.
With 3 purple, not 3 red.
3 purple, sorry, not 3 red.
However, now that you mention the red,
damn you.
Oh dear.
It's like, well, if you're offering.
It's okay. I'll try it. Fuck it. What could possibly go wrong?
Do you... Oh no!
Oh no! Our
I told you not to
beautiful
break
New
the
What
Zealand.
could go wrong?
Why-
Natural one.
Why would you say what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
So
What
that-
could possibly go wrong, rolls of despair?
So that's a failure with a despair. And 2 advantage.
Please don't break
Yeah, I
the
was,
brand new speeder.
I mean, breaking it would be rude.
Jesus.
I do
So
have 2 advantages. How can I use this to
Yeah.
finagle my way out?
It gets stolen.
well, I can say right now. So the failure is the full throttle doesn't work. So
Okay, that's
the failure
fair,
effect
yeah.
is that you kind of push the limiters up. You kind of disable like the kind of the safety controls and like push the throttle past the stoppers, and you kind of feel the speeder shudder as it goes up to top speed, but it doesn't surpass its top speed at this point. However, as you're going, you suddenly hear a beep 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 on the dashboard display, and you see basically the red light saying engine critical, and suddenly as a great big plume of smoke erupts from the hood of the speeder itself.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
As immediately the engine suffers a catastrophic failure, and I'm going to say that the effect of this is going to be that the speeder can no longer. What is the speeder's top speed?
I don't know where it says that.
It'll
2.
list it 2. Okay, so its speed will be reduced to 1 until the engine is repaired,
Okay.
and that is so now 1 is its top speed.
Okay. I don't know if I can edit the sheet. No. So
That's fine. If you put
It's no longer a speeder, it's a crawler now.
it's still 1 is pretty speedy. It's just faster than walking, but it's it's all relative. So, all right. So
well, poop. That's okay. Right, as long as okay. I'm just
Remind
gonna
me
make
to
it so no one. I
remember to
want
send.
to use my advantages to
Remember to
make it so
yeah.
I can hide this from everybody else.
Oh my god, I love this. I absolutely love this. So that's two advantage, right?
Yes, I'm going to use both of them to try and like make it so. Oh yeah, no, this was always the top speed it could go. It's the slow craft.
Right. In that case, what I'm gonna say and do is that you. I was trying to think here what I want to do. You will get a boost. You can with 2, you can get a boost dice. So you can assign a boost dice to a particular person. So I assume that boost dice is going to be to yourself, presumably on a deception check in the future to life. So yes, that I think is how we will do this in this.
If anyone asks
circumstances.
about it, then I have a boost to be like, oh no, this is normal. This is just how it is.
So you slow the speeder down to speed 1, and the smoke starts to dissipate. The fact that it's barely noticeable. Like there's a tiny bit coming out from underneath the hood, but it is literally barely noticeable.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's effectively one of the things that if someone were to look very, very closely while driving, they could just about see it, but they have to be quite close to the speeder.
So you're
fair
gonna have
enough.
6 days in hyperspace to fix that before anybody notices.
I don't think I'm going to be able to fix that.
Yeah, and that's with stealing the toolkit of Sky.
Well, I left the toolkit in the. There is a toolkit in the ship, so he could just take it whenever.
So yeah, that is what's happening. Well done. You've had the speeder for less than a full session, and you've already damaged it. I'm just gonna
Hey.
add this note to the top of the here, so it's gonna be speed is reduced to 1 until engine is fixed. I'll just add it to the top. Original speed is 2. There we go, and we'll change the speed threshold to 1. There we go. Well
I'll
done.
have the relevant GIF in the chat.
Thank you.
Whenever anybody wants.
Oh, appropriate.
It's fine.
All right, so you return. I'd say probably about half an hour later, rolling at your leisurely pace into the docking bay.
Doopy-doopy-doo, this is completely normal. Into the ship and hide it in the cargo bay.
And just leisurely cruising.
Well, Sky is still working on like the ship part of things at this point. Das has finally given up with the tents.
Whoever designed these things is a moron.
Give me a cool check, please, Malachi. Just to
Can do
act natural. Just to act natural.
Oh god.
Smile away.
Imagine
boy.
if it's another
Smile.
despair.
Yeah, if you can, let's see if you can fly casual.
I will
Difficulty.
laugh if it gets a triumph now.
What's the difficulty? Ooh, Sky and Das. What's your perception checks, please, respectively?
Perception checks.
Do I witness out the window as well? The ship coming back.
2 yellow and a green.
My perception is 3 green.
Because I just
and-
upgraded my perception.
Unfortunately, you said you're looking at a data pad, so unfortunately, yeah.
Ah.
Hang on, I just need to check something because I've got 3 green, but I do have 2 ranks in keen-eyed.
Ah.
But I
Uh,
don't know if that will.
What does
Yeah,
keen-eyed
2
do?
yellows and a green.
Keen-eyed is remove setback per rank of keen-eyed from perception and vigilance checks. And checks
Wouldn't
made to search a specific area take 50% less time than normal.
wouldn't apply in this circumstances, unfortunately.
Thought as much.
Das also has the higher perception anyway, with 2 yellow and a green. So you're against 2 reds and a purple here, Malachi.
This is going to go fine.
Maybe-
What could possibly go wrong?
Maybe you'd like to use one of those light side destiny points, maybe to make you could
Yeah.
downgrade one of those reds
I'm
to a.
not going to waste it on this.
Okay,
See, we have,
you got 5.
we have a, what are we
Yes, but
starting
you
by
have 0.
for? The
That's
Germans?
Ah,
We have 5. You have 0. It's
I have
okay.
oh, really? Okay. Oh, be careful with that. Be careful with that.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, no.
Stop
Oh,
saying that.
Nope.
It's my new catchphrase.
Can I make a suggestion?
Go on.
As the speeder comes in, something just falls off it very obviously.
Yeah, the bumper just.
Just testing out my new goggles, and I'm just like,
It's just a plume of black smoke. Like,
So first of all, Dad's just noticed something at the corner of his eyes. He sees like, is there smoke coming from the underside from the underside, and suddenly boom! As suddenly the hood flies off and lands with a thonk next to Sky.
what the hell happened? What did you do?
That Spolak at the goddamn dealership sold us a faulty speeder. We need to take this back, and we need to claim.
Stuff wasn't
Our money-
falling off when you got it.
We hadn't driven it. We had not driven it.
They drove it here.
Very barely, right? That was like 2 minutes, and you all know that the second you take a speeder off the lot, it loses half its value, right? So this thing was
I don't
broken.
care about its
already.
value. I care about the fact that it's falling apart.
It's the dealer's fault. We need to take it back.
All right. Okay, Malachi. Give me a deception check, please.
I'm going to use that boost dice now.
Yeah, well, sure. I'm glad you are. You have also suffered a strain because of the threat, is what I'm going to say as well.
Okay, I got 1 strain. That's fine.
I am
Difficulty.
literally speechless. Like as Sky, I'm just literally speechless, staring.
My
Like, I
my
imagine I've
shout
got,
You've
like, the
been-
little mask over my
You've
eye-
been
my
gone
four eyes.
30 minutes. You-
Yeah, I've got the Zelda's mask is like over my 4 eyes, so you can't see what I'm looking at. But the stare.
So you know how birds look when you pick them up and carry them somewhere.
You can't see the eyes, so it's just like
No, but you can see the feathers, and they're probably ruffled.
yeah.
I'm at this point. I'm basically shouting loud enough that they might be able to hear me in the bar.
Oh,
Like, the fuck did you do?
give me a discipline. Okay, Das and Sky, what are your discipline checks then, please?
This
2
might be
green.
interesting.
2 green.
My
So what's
discipline is
my difficulty?
That's what I'm
my
trying to find out.
discipline
Oh, sorry.
is one yellow, 2 green.
Okay,
Ah.
because Sky is there. I'm assuming you're listening to this, Sky.
Well, I'm staring at him, so I think so.
So that was that 2 yellows and a green, did you say, Sky?
One yellow, 2 green.
1 yellow and 2 green. Okay, so it's 1 red and 2 purple. You basically the opposite because you're going against
Say it
them.
with me, everybody. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, thank God.
Hey, believe me.
Okay, so unfortunately, you have managed to convince them that
Unfortunate, how dare you?
convince them that at least that it's not your fault.
Mhm.
I think Haleen and I should roll perception to see if we are allowed by the commotion.
Yeah, I'm going to say,
Okay.
Helene and Ross, let's give you a perception check, please.
I also had that I used an XP to actually upgrade my perception at the end of the last session. So, what's the difficulty on this?
Given the noise, I'd say 1.
Oh dear. I have 2 yellow and a green.
I think that could
That's
still
okay.
fail.
It could.
Oh well, okay.
Oh!
Oh god.
That's anything but. That is anything but failure.
Nice on this evening.
Everybody on this planet knows you fucked up.
No, it's fine. All they've done is notice something's happening. They still don't know it's my fault.
Triumph, though.
So I
Both of us are triumphs, though.
I like to think that as the explosion happens, we cut to like a wide shot where you can see inside the rooms of both Roslos and Helene, and just this metal plate that looks like a hood just flies through, flies by the window, which catches Helene's eye. Roslos looks up, hears a dong, looks out the window and just sees like this smoking speeder and this hood. Those are successes. You got advantages and triumphs respectively. What do you guys want the advantages and triumphs to be, please?
Now, I'm just picturing like a random screw just like
know.
embedded in the window, just like.
I don't even know what to do with it at this point.
Well, now I know why my mechanics roll failed.
Well, I mean, you could spend it on anything you want.
Yeah.
You could upgrade with the 2 advantages, Helene. You can give a certain someone a boost die, so it could be anyone or even yourself. Triumphs can also give upgrades, certain checks.
I'm gonna give Malachi a boost to get himself out of this mess.
Really?
I just think it's funny.
Okay, but you need to explain to me how you're giving that assistance though. In a weird way.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah, because how is he getting a boost from your action at that point?
Um,
I'm assuming you guys just basically head down there. You know.
yeah.
I think we should actually give Malak, even though we shouldn't kick a lying person. I think we should just give him a setback when he tries to roll deception against us.
I also
No, I
think
swear it's
that out of concern, I calm Malachi's nerves by just kind of going, oh my goodness, you okay?
I'm
happened?
fine. I took it out for a spin to get used to it, and the goddamn thing crapped out on me. It was all the dealer's fault. You saw him; he was shady.
I knew we shouldn't have trusted Lan. There was
It was that
something about that guy.
It was that goddamn jacket. I know it.
All right, Roslos. Okay, so you've given him the boost dice. What do you do with your triumphs? Bear in mind they are individual triumphs, so you don't spend them collectively. You spend them individually. So you can spend them on different things. You can oppose each other. You can do whatever you want.
I don't know what to do with it at the moment. Could it just be like something for like me, or
You could make it just like a bit of personal flair. Like maybe you know that he's lying, but you don't tip anyone off.
you know what, I kind of like that. I'm kind of just understanding that he is.
So there's these. No, you don't know what's going on, but you know that something is going a bit fishy with it.
You know he's done something and he's a little bit embarrassed. Being a mother, I kind of understand that look of I broke it, but I don't want to admit that I broke it.
I think that fits perfectly, actually.
Yeah.
Roslos, but you.
I I would like to try using my triumph to maybe boost somehow help Malachi when he obviously will have to repair the thing himself. It's like I jump up wherever the bonnet like has stuck itself in the wall, try to pull it out, jump down with it, try to install it back in the hinges where it was like it gonna be okay, right?
Sure.
It'll be fine when we take it back and get him to fix it for us, because it's his fault, not mine. It was his.
I mean, we'll see about that.
Of course. Don't worry, we'll get this sorted.
So yeah, what are your plans now?
Well, it's certainly taken a slight turn. I suppose we're gonna I suppose Helene will
To go see
will
Lan?
go see Lan.
Oh, God.
and try to
I
iron
will
this
go with.
out.
I will go
Yeah.
with.
Yes, you better come with me. Yeah.
I like the idea. It's like,
Sorry, Mom.
I like the idea. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go, and you're coming with me. young
Yeah.
man."
Don't worry, I'll drive.
Uh,
No, no more driving. This time I'm gonna walk.
I will drive.
I think we should take a quiet little bit of public transport.
But
Actually, we need the speed. Bring the speed.
We need the
Speeder.
speeder to go with. Look, it'll be fine.
damn,
It still works.
Okay,
It's
we'll go.
just
We
a
will
bit slower than it
slowly.
should be.
We will slowly make our way over safely.
Okay, I'm going to use full throttle. I'm kidding.
God. There's something in the rule says that you can't do that. Actually,
No, I was joking.
In loving memory of Helene and Malachi.
yeah. Of
Killed in a
character,
horrific
just
traffic
wanted-
collision.
of character,
Oh,
just wanted to say this is incredible that in the span of 15 minutes we had 2 despairs and 2 triumphs.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm,
Sky,
mhm.
what are your thoughts right now at seeing this mess?
My thoughts is, I am not repairing that. If he wants to get somebody to repair it, he's talking to somebody else.
Mhm.
I believe that he's not broken it, but like, there's a part of me that's just like, I don't want to touch anything about that.
Yeah.
Fair.
Sky looks at it also. I need Gav.
Yeah, I mean, she's already working on the fortune, which she's failed to fix like twice now. So she's just like, I don't, no, I don't.
I don't
As
acknowledge it ever happened.
as Malachi and Helene start to roll their way out of the
Mhm.
thing, you see above the window, you see in the window just above here, which I'm going to ping on the map, a familiar face at the window of his office. You can see him raise an eyebrow.
Do I see this?
Yes.
As we leave and as we imagine as we pull out of view, leaving the garage as it were, I just look up and just smile and wave, and then just out of shot.
Meanwhile, all of Sky's feathers just flatten, just like, oh, okay. If she could turn white, she probably would.
Mhm.
I'm just like, look what I have to deal with.
Well, is
That's
that?
what I'm doing?
Imagine
after.
is that Das to Sky, or
To anybody listening, I'm just like,
so basically it's Das, Roslos, and Sky in the thing. You hear that?
Yeah, that about sums it up, doesn't it?
Meanwhile, on
better
a
not fuck up this hunt.
on a nice little speeder trip down into the lower depths.
Or as we can call it now, a slower trip.
Yeah.
Is there any conversation on the way to the lands?
I am not starting any conversation.
There's
so that is up to
just
Helene.
a frosty silence, I think. just like a quietly.
You
As he-
okay over there?
All good.
As
Good.
very slowly the speeder finally pulls up in front of
Fine.
in front of Lan's land speeders. It looks like that they've not been open long, as it's basically 15 minutes past their opening time. But you can see standing inside there a familiar person wearing a holographic jacket, emblazoned with advertisements for Land's land speeders and other company endorsements.
I'm just
as-
imagining Chick Hicks from Cars, just like covered in the little sponsor stickers.
And out he steps in his kind of flamboyant way, and he says, "Hey there, how's the speeder doing for you?"
I'm here.
Well,
I'm over here. And
we
as he
just
gets close, I
take
just
to-
lift up the bonnet and go, "You saw this if you saw this a broken one."
Yes, Helene.
It appears that there may have been some faulty aspects of the speeder that we were sold. I don't suppose we can work this out.
Whoa. Unfortunately, the warranties may be on Coruscant, but unfortunately, here at Land's Land Speeders, we're it's a done deal.
Lan, you're a showman, aren't you? You like to give a performance. And no, everybody knows that as a performer, nothing is worse than a bad review. You want your audience, don't you?
His face goes white at that mention of that.
Yeah, I mean, Haleen has a very well-known account on Holo Yelp.
We may not have warranty, but if word gets around that Land sells faulty land speeders, then
Ooh,
that competitor might be looking very nice.
ooh. A question.
The only time in the history of the universe that a Yelp review has actually caused a damage.
Very, very important question, Helene. Are you bluffing him?
Oh no!
No. Okay, you're serious.
Helena's gonna go full Karen. I'm gonna win this.
So because you're kind of pressure, so it's definitely not deception in that case, because you're going to basically follow through with this if you don't do it. If he doesn't do it, in that case, it's not a charm check. It's not charming him. You're not. I wouldn't say it's even.
No.
I don't think it's coercion because you're not. Well, you're not really threatening him. You're basically because. Yes, it's a weird thing because it's kind of like it's not a threat like I will hurt you. It's a threat. It's like I will, make things difficult for your business, which is kind of
That's still coercion, is it not?
still coercion, but it's also not exactly unreasonable what they're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is still coercion. Though.
I would.
It is still forcing him to something.
I'd like to make a case for being negotiation.
I was actually thinking leadership.
Okay, so that's fine too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to impress you, like you're trying to say, you do what I tell you now at this point.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Let me have a look at your stats. Let me have a look and see what I could because I do agree that there might be an element of deception, not deception, of coercion. So, coercion uses willpower, leadership uses presence. Okay, what I will say, which makes no difference at all anyway, because you got no ranks in them. I will say it would be a. I mean, you say negotiation. How would you argue negotiation with me, Helene?
It's basically like essentially a way of saying let's figure out a deal because you want your reputation and we want this to be sorted.
Okay, you're not going to you're not offered him anything yet, bar the not spreading rumors and things.
In that case, I can say, on the other hand, should we get out that Land Speeders is the best place to go, that you get a quality customer service, then maybe those reviews could pull some more people your way.
At that point, that is negotiation at that point. So I will allow negotiation in this instance. So are you going to be careful with your wording, in people?
Yes.
As against him, I'm going to say that it normally is purple and a red, but because of this, I'm going to downgrade that red to a purple, so it's just 2 purple.
2 purple. Okay. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. All right. All right.
Yeah.
I suppose I can see if I can get something back from the dealer, and maybe we get you a replacement.
You are a wonderful man of business, Lan. You
Not-
know what you're doing.
That's the two
Yeah.
successes. The advantage is going to be he's not going to charge you anything for this
Very
pleasure.
nice. I like that.
So it takes about half an hour of him going and says, "I'm going to need to go and make a few hollows. Give me a tick." As he goes in, he starts, and you can imagine he's probably making some scrambled holocom to people.
While Lan is going off and doing that, I'm just going to turn to Malachi and go, you need to be more careful.
I was being very careful. I was
Yes,
doing
of course.
nothing wrong whatsoever. I went to just drive it around a little bit, get used to it for our trip to the Hell Planet, and then, then I'd be
Just
more
look.
comfortable with it when we get there.
If I'm going to be the one that's buying you all these gadgets and toys, the least you can do is take care of them.
I mean, I was taking perfectly good care of it.
Deception check. You pushed it past its stoppers. You weren't taking care of it.
Against?
Helene, what's your discipline?
My discipline is only 2 green.
You
so I
might
don't
get
know how
away.
many disciplines.
You might get away with this
Also,
I
one.
might get over that.
Didn't Helene give me a boost?
You did.
before?
Yep.
It's true.
I'm gonna use that now.
Yep. Well, you have to.
All
Yep.
good. All good.
What could possibly go wrong?
Well,
You
you
get-
can say that because there's no.
Oh, that's no red. Oh, damn. I'll have to save it for reds.
You gained a strain for that, but you succeeded in convincing Helene that nothing went wrong. It was all
Okay.
as
now they all believe
Just
me.
exercise
Good.
caution.
I will
As-
exercise extreme caution with this new one.
a couple of Ognaughts kind of come out and kind of pull what's left of the speeder into like the side garage and just quickly throw a
Furiously arguing.
tarpaulin over it. About 10 minutes later, Lan comes and says, "Well, it took a lot of negotiating, but I was able to make sure to get a replacement sorted out, and it'll be here in 2 hours' time. Would you like us to deliver it anywhere in particular?"
No, I'll
Uh,
wait here and bring it back.
Deliver it to the Gambler's Luck, please.
No, I'll wait here and bring it back.
No, you don't need to do that. You put your feet up and have a rest.
I don't need the rest. I feel fine.
The hand on
Oh.
Yeah, I said put your feet up and have a rest.
Okay,
And then I'll put my
No,
hand
no,
and
no.
go. And
All right.
I feel fine.
right. In this instance, because the two players are conflicting, we are going to have a dice-off to decide who wins this argument. It is Helene's.
Is that a leadership?
It is Helene's leadership check, effectively.
Okay.
Because it's her saying, it's her. Now, I will give Helene a boost dice because she's been a mother for a lot of her life.
Yes.
She knows how to frog much.
She knows how to get people in line.
Right, and what difficulty are we working with here?
That depends on Malachi's discipline.
That would just be 2 purple for you then.
Okay then. Right.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will volunteer the threat to be a couple of strainers of migraine starts coming on.
Yes. Absolutely.
Like, why did I suddenly get another child?
She has 4 now.
Yeah.
All right.
Out
Yes.
of character, I'm curious, how old is Helene?
Helene is. I have this in my notes somewhere. I don't remember off the top of my head. She's 49.
Okay, old enough to be my mother if she was very young.
Mm-hmm.
So fair
Yeah.
enough, that works.
Yeah. So in this instance where players don't agree what they would do, we have the dice off, and the dice determine that Helene outmothers Malachi.
I was like, fine. But again, it wasn't
Yes,
my fault.
Mom.
And so Halan does agree to deliver it to the Gambler's Luck in a couple of hours' time.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys take a speeder bus back to the Gambler's Luck. It's
Did I drive it?
No, you don't. You do not drive it. Yeah, it is dingy. It is just dirty. The seats are sticky, as a normal on Coruscant, but you get there safe and sound.
I've had the worst.
That's but yes.
Also, it's probably fully automated. You can't even drive it.
No, there's a pilot. So
Just be a droid, wouldn't it?
okay. We never got Helene to do the planning and searching for information. We had a little interlude where a speeder got
Yeah.
damaged,
Oh,
which
we we have a whole free evening waiting for the
So
speeder.
far this session, we've damaged a speeder, got it replaced. I've been yelling at tents.
I failed a mechanics check again.
what I love is that we've been streaming for about an hour and 18 minutes, and that's been because literally I asked, "What are you doing?" and this whole saga happened.
That's how a good RPG works.
Yes.
Look, it wasn't my fault.
So
Who needs to prepare a session where you just ask your players, "What are you doing?"
yeah,
What could possibly go wrong?
and have chaos.
Possibly go wrong.
What's the worst that can happen?
So you return to the Gambler's Luck, and it's about midday at this point. Sky, at this point, you've had enough with the mechanics. You found out that there's nothing much you can do at this point. Des, you, of course, are given up with the tents long ago. Not sure what Roslos is doing, but yeah, what are each of you doing at this point as Helene and Malachi arrive back from land speeders?
I've probably decided to distract myself and go and look up the wildlife of Dathomir. I don't think I have
Good
a data
call,
pad
yeah.
though, so would there be like a network terminal I could use to search the holonet somewhere in the Gambler's Luck or elsewhere?
There is not ideal, but there's the control room where there's a computer screen system there that has access to system information, so naturally that can connect to the holonet. It's not exactly a control room, it's like a work kind of room, so but you can go there and do some research.
Yeah. I'll go there.
So researching the fauna of Dathomir.
Yes.
Cool. Give me a knowledge xenology check, please.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
Oh, Dathomir. Not a lot I imagine that not a lot of people who went there hunting came back alive. So probably not a lot of information lives. So I'd say 3 purple dice.
Okay.
Definitely not people that are keen
I
to
am
write books
also
about it.
going to flip a light side point.
Hey,
to
someone
upgrade
using
my
them.
ability.
Perhaps when they should use them.
No, look, I was fine. It was fun.
I'm
Everything's
taking
fine.
pity on you, okay? Yeah. So I've upgraded my ability, so now I have 2 proficiency and 3 difficulty. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Watch this come up blank.
Oh, you got good.
Oh.
The threat is gonna make sense for you. I think here is the what you're finding out.
Yeah.
Which-
So that would probably induce fear, which would be a conflict.
If you're, of course, yep. But I'm gonna give you 2 for that one, Sky,
2 conflict. Okay.
because what you're finding is not good.
It's bad.
It is
I only have like a background knowledge of Dathomir from where I've come from, so it's like, haha, yay.
it's dangerous, but you don't really know the specifics, and now you're finding out the specifics of why it's dangerous.
Oh
So.
boy.
On Dathomir, you've got things like baneback spiders, Nidax, Sprantals, Versongs, Rancors. Pretty much everything on this planet is evolved to kill and survive the harsh environments of Dathomir. There is no nice creature on this planet, from what you can see. Even the flowers and seem to be dangerous in some degrees.
Oh, no wonder the hut sent us here. Jeez. By the stars. Not to mention this planet is apparently reeks of the dark side. This'll be fun.
Roslas, what are you doing?
So after the whole kerfuffle that happened, after Helene and Malachi departed, I was trying to see if Das or Sky needed some help. And in the end, they weren't really in the mood for help. So I go to search for Ledor.
Oh, the door.
Yeah.
Ah, Well, you find the door is actually having a nap. He is sprawled on one of the sofas in the upper rec room, with literally. When I say sprawled over, I mean literally sprawled over. He's larger than the fucking bloody sofa, and heavier than this thing. This thing is creaking underneath him as he is out, completely out, like snoring away. The Durotan's kind of loud snoring, kind of rattling the walls. What do
You
you
can see
do?
the walls
Yeah.
around him just flex in and out with his breathing.
No, I first started saying, so you're not working right now. I'm
Kind of says like, no, I was working the late shift last night.
you up for some head bashing?
Bashed enough heads in last night.
A good night, I see.
Mm.
Okay, you should sleep then.
You kind of just mumble something and just kind of wait a fucking.
Yeah, also 100% he's not gonna remember that I even entered the rec room. Okay, in that case, Roslos disappointed just goes downstairs again, trying to ask like either Das or Skagen, you still need any help?
Do you guys need any help?
Not really. This is a one-person job.
Also, Sky's probably in the control room, so you probably wouldn't. You probably get to give it a find her. But as you find, you kind of walk in on Sky, not exactly enjoying what she's finding out.
Hi, Roslas.
Is something wrong? You very fluffed.
Yeah, so, Dathomir, you're gonna have fun there.
Uh the kind of fun that you associate with Misa fun.
Yes,
That fun.
there are, I think, from what I can see, all of the animals want to kill us. So, yeah, you'll have plenty to fight here. Although we have to be careful that it doesn't kill you.
A good thing Wisa come prepared. Like Das has gotten all sorts of things, and he's a big bombard hunter. So Wisa well prepared. Wisa be fine.
Yes, but this is Dathomir, and I worry that he might have met his match here. I mean, not that the Rathtar back on our excursion wasn't that bad, but he did really well on that one. But this might be a bit much.
Yeah, but that one it was only your son, his son. Now Wisa all five. Wisa all know it's gonna be Wisa can stab a big doodle at any moment, so Wisa gonna have eyes around the head all time.
Rancors live here, Roslos.
Not for long.
I approve.
No, Misa joking, but Wisa know Wisa gone for hunt. Wisa know they are dangerous. Wisa not going pick flowers. Wisa gonna hunt big beasties.
Yes. Well, at least I have some idea of what we're looking at least. I think personally, I think we should be aiming for what we can get that isn't that is smaller than a rancor. Although I think Das will probably disagree with me.
Well, good thing you have been studying. That's what Nick always said. Knowledge is better than a blaster, although knowledge and blaster is best.
Yes, yeah, I have missed I missed my times being able to just sit and browse through things. That was always tricky. That was always Tricky's favorite thing to do. I'd find her all over the place, mostly in the restricted section.
Uh, yeah, you sound like been a very good match together. Like very tight friends.
We were. Anyway, I'll be all right here, Roslos.
Yeah.
You go take care. I'll finish up here.
Meanwhile,
Okay, Misa gonna follow Lado's advice. And I go to my room and just sprawl on the bed and
yeah, sleep.
rest the rest of the time
Meanwhile,
until I'm woken up.
Meanwhile, the two front doors of the gamblers like open up to have Helene and Malachi walk through them. Gage seems to be kind of standing out in the open. So for we're on the ground floor, everyone, and you guys.
Let me go.
Yeah, you guys kind of like start here. As Gage's like, what happened to the speeder? Why you two come back on foot?
Speeder was a little bit. Let's say there was a problem with it, so we had to go
He
get it
sold us a
exchanged.
defective one, so we
Yeah.
took it back.
Sure.
Got it exchanged. We're getting a replacement delivered in, like a couple of hours?
The effective speeder? Oh no, is it gonna work all right?
But I hope the new one will, yes.
Oh no, wow. Will it be ready in time for the for the big thing you guys are going to?
I would assume so.
Yes, you'd be here in a couple of hours, he said, so
I have to admit,
hopefully it gets here on time. We can load it up and get ready to go.
I have to admit, I'm not looking forward to Vance's little expedition. I don't like
Stay
it.
here then.
Well, Dad, I am. That is why I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh, I thought you meant because we're going to the death planet from hell, but okay.
No, it's it's when Vance is around, no one seems to cause an issue. Whenever he leaves, though, people seem to get antsy and think that because he's not around, they can do what they want.
I'm sure you'll be able to handle it just fine.
I wish you had your confidence, Helene. You know what the others are like.
That's true. But, you generally keep a tight lid on things. I wouldn't worry too much.
Well, I
Just
try, but
Just being yourself.
Thruty keeps on trying to think that he's in charge when Vance is away. You know how arrogant he is. He can barely sing, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion, mind.
Well, I won't say my opinions.
Oh, you've done many duets with Thruty,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if there's any trouble, I am sure that you'll have enough help to get things back on track.
At that point,
And
you guys see that Nyx over here seems to be licking his mandibles over over some tables. Gage is kind of like, yeah, right, sure.
just remember what you have a lot. What you have is what a lot of these people don't. And I'm just going to lean over and quietly say, brains.
Yeah, that you're right, Helene.
I have the utmost faith, and I just give him a pat on the shoulder.
He smiles and says, well, I better get working. Got to get this place clean. Yeah, that Nyx clean. Nyx, of course, being the Verpine, doesn't respond, just kind of chitters as Verpine do. But yeah. What are you guys now doing, Malachi and Helene?
I'm going to try and head back to my room to see if I can actually get some research done.
I like that. I'm going back to my room to actually get some work done.
Yeah.
Malachi, what about you?
I will continue to prep the ship as best as I can.
Oh, okay. So
make sure the newly integrated weapons are functioning as they should be, without
Yeah.
actually shooting anything, obviously. But
did you guys turn it into a turret, as I recall?
it's on the lower, it's under the ship.
Yeah, but did you I think you guys it wasn't forward facing. You made it into a turret, didn't you guys?
I don't remember.
Pretty certain you did.
I'm not sure.
Might have.
The old-fashioned underslung ball turret.
It's not a ball turret. It's it's not on a. It's not a like a mount which can swivel and such. But yeah, it's. It's down only as have a laser cannon. Okay, well in that case, I'm going to allow you guys to decide what you want to do with it. So at this point now, you can either have it so it's a laser cannon and it's fixed forward.
Mhm.
That's it. Or you can turn it into a turret which someone could man and fire separately from the pilot, but it means the pilot can't fire it.
I think we should have
Hmm.
someone who can be a gunner.
Yeah,
My
pilot
opinion.
can concentrate on piloty things. No need to have to aim at the same time.
Yes.
True, but I could do both. I can do both.
No, because an action is your piloting, so you wouldn't be able to fire and pilot at the same time.
Ah.
You need a weapons systems officer. Even though none of us are commissioned. So
Yeah, I say we have like a manned turret.
All right.
That's fair.
seconded.
Yeah.
In that case,
Yeah, let's make an man turret.
I've just changed it to turret mounted heavy laser cannon, and it is a ventral mounted one, so it lasts all those. There we go.
Cool. Nothing makes me happier than having guns.
Yeah, you kind of test, and what it is now is the co-pilot seat now has in submarines they have the periscope.
Yep.
It's kind of like
Yes.
that, where it's like a periscope that comes down and that controls like the cannon controls. And that basically is where you kind of see through and you can see like where the so you don't actually sit in the turret itself. You sit in the cockpit and rotate this thing and kind of fire it from the from like these controls on either side.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
Sweet.
how you. All right. So yeah, everything seems to be working in response to that. Helene, why don't you get some research done? I'm going to give you a chance to do some research checks here. So
Alright.
what are you trying to find out specifically?
I think it would be about some of the people that are going to be there. Like what their deal is. What kind of stuff they're involved with. Just seeing what I can find on them.
All right. So basically, just find out like who's likely to be there.
Yeah.
Not an easy check. So I'm gonna say, if you're going by datapad, it's gonna be knowledge underworld.
Okay, that's fine.
It's gonna be 2 purple dice, but I'm gonna throw in a setback dice because that's to
Okay.
represent the delayed time you've had in doing this research. Thanks to a little excursion out to get.
I'm going to use a light side then, in order to give myself a little upgrade. All right. So I have 1 yellow, 1 green, 2 purple, and a setback. Let's do this.
And the ice cream.
Oh,
Oh,
but it's still a failure.
still a failure. Interesting.
Oh,
Okay,
wow,
so
wow.
you fail to find out who will be there.
Okay.
Because which is no surprise, the party is almost like a who's who of like the criminal underworld. The triumph can be used though to find out other information adjacent to that.
Okay.
So maybe you don't find out who's going to be there, but maybe you get information about people in general, and like people who. So it's like that person could be there, but they may not be there. It's it's entirely up to you.
Okay.
So or you could be creative with it. What would you like to do with that triumph?
Ooh. Well, how about I don't find any information on people who are going to be there, but I find something interesting, like very interesting about somebody else, just unrelated, like some kind of maybe somebody that I know, like an underworld, like it's an underworld check. So maybe I find out something. I don't know, maybe it could even be about Caden or somebody else that I've met. Just like a juicy bit of information. It's not relevant information, but it's juicy.
Yeah, like about one person that she knows that
Yeah.
is gonna be there.
Right.
Maybe not even that. It's like it's somebody who's not there, but I just find out something very interesting.
Right.
The Zero the Hat is not coming.
Yes, I say you are going to find out that because of course you're researching criminal organizations, so it makes sense that you'd be researching like about as much as you can.
Yeah.
you're able to do research and find something about the Zun Consortium.
Okay.
In that their leader, Tiber Zan, is not on good terms with Jabba after a certain incident that landed the two in. Basically, Jabba betrayed Tiber. Although the Zan Consortium may be at the event itself, it's unlikely Tiber himself would be there, given that he's currently in prison. So
Interesting.
maybe there'll be a representative there of the consortium, or maybe there won't be one there at all. But you do know
Okay.
that generally any organization can go, and it's generally it's done under like a parlay situation where none of the organizations, even if you're opposed to different organizations, it's said that no one will be killed in the name of an organization at this event.
Right. Okay then. Not what I was going for, but interesting.
Anything else? Well, if it's not what you're going for, then maybe something
That's
else.
what I mean. It's in character. I'm saying, and that's not what I'm going for, but interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know if there's anything else I would. I'd maybe have a little fact find about Dathomir itself. Figure out what clothes to pack.
Oh boy. Give
Yeah.
give me since this is more about the actual planet itself.
Mhm.
I'm going to say it's going to be knowledge outer rim.
Yeah. Not great on that one either.
I will accept an astrogation check, but it would be harder.
It's not much better for me anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this.
Sure.
Oh, okay. It was 2 purple, wasn't it? Sorry, I kind of rolled a bit early there.
Yeah, it was 2 purple, yes.
Okay. Success.
Okay. Give me a second. Go back, everyone. I hear a ring-a-ding.
Okie dokie.
No problem.
No.
That was enjoyable though.
Didn't get there in time. So.
Oh well.
This what it is. Okay. So success, 2 successes. So it's very much a temperate climate. It usually is a very much crag-like territory where it's very dusty, mountainous. Lot of kind of flora and fauna from what you're researching. Not nice flora and fauna from what you can tell.
Right.
Swampy in some areas as well. Not exactly a holiday destination. A lot of tombs apparently as well.
Okay.
So yeah, you're getting the sense that it's probably going to be dry. It's probably going to be a bit
Sand.
Yeah, a bit of sand, a bit of dust. Probably a bit temperate, so probably like warmer down in like the low areas, whereas the mountains you're starting to get like colder and such. Yeah, that's what you're kind of seeing at. Nothing lovely is what I'll say.
Yeah, I guess I'll just make sure I pack appropriate clothing based on what I have. I don't know if I have the appropriate clothing, but I'll just try to match it closest to what I own.
Yeah, so you're basically just taking clothing that would be appropriate, but to actually negatively affect environmental effects, you'll need to buy actual environmental gear for that.
Okay.
But I don't think that'll be an issue.
Nah.
Yeah. All right, so you've done your research on that. Is there anything else? As 2 hours later, there's a outside the back entrance,
I'll get it.
and out there you see Lan.
Everyone's like, no!
Out there you see
Look,
Lan.
everyone thinks it was perfectly not my fault.
As the rope, you see that as Lan pulls the land speeder into the event. It is an Arrow 7. It seems to be a newer one as well. It seems, or at least it's a clean one compared to the one that you pulled off the lot, which was clean, but it was like this is like recently being like waxed and everything, so it's glinting. It's like I thought I'd deliver her myself.
Thank you very much.
Don't worry, son, and be sure to drive her like she's a dream. This one will not let you down. I give it my
hope
guarantee.
I'll be seeing you again, and this time I'll bring the Gungan.
No need for threats here, son. I'm just an honest
threatening you.
businessman.
And I'm sure you are. That jacket is awful.
Hey, this guy.
I've heard many people say that. As he basically leaves, smile on his face still.
No, wait. How many credits a day does that get you, though?
Oh, what's the jacket?
Yeah, because it's full of ads. I'm like,
Oh,
how many
yes.
credits a day do you get from the jacket?
It's like, oh, wouldn't you like to know, sir? Enough to keep me in business is what I'm going to say to
Just
that.
from the jacket? You don't even have to sell anything. Just walk around with a fancy jacket on all the time.
Yeah, but that's what it's about Nashadar, kid. You got paybacks. You know this.
I'm in the
Oh.
wrong job.
And
Fair enough.
in
And
his
protection.
mind, Malachi is like, I need one of those.
He's not wrong.
It's weird how even though he moves, the adverts just seem to stay exactly as they should appear.
Okay, well, I will load up the speeder.
Is it bad that I now want artwork of Lan?
It is such a great concept.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, so we now return to the starting point of today's session, where you guys had a speeder in working condition.
We made it.
Just
And
be sure to update the sheet.
We're back to square one.
I will update the sheet for you now.
All right.
Perfect. Lovely. Oh God.
We have made progress.
Time is a loop.
Yeah.
Time is in,
Time as a donut.
and I think it's an appropriate point for us to have a break as well. So an hour and a half in, and wow, you guys have.
It's fine. We'll leave soon.
Created and fixed
PM.
problems.
Yes, created and fixed problems.
Yes.
And I wonder how many more problems you're going to create and fix before the end of the session. We'll be right
Also,
What we do.
Lance learned an important lesson: what it means when you show up with your mother.
Indeed. We'll be right back, everyone. We'll see you in just a few minutes.
Bye.
Hey.
And welcome back, everyone. We're back for part 2 of today's stream, which will be going for at least another hour, maybe even 2. We'll see. Depends how things wrap up, as it were. Well, not wrap up, but go from here. So we're going to end the day. We're going to basically say, is there anything else anyone wants to do before you guys leave for Dathomir?
Nope.
Other than checking what potential targets I'll have when we get there, and finding out who I'm going to be facing off against. I'm assuming my rivals are going to be there.
Not the rivals here, but there will be rivals there for you, effectively. Because the other group that are with you guys here, they stay here. They're basically the other group that go on other assignments for.
Right.
He threatened to take them if you guys wouldn't go to Dathomir, effectively. So, yeah, that is up to you guys. So in fact, yeah, would you want to be filled in on where you're gonna go? Like, would you do your own research, or would you check on if anyone else has done that? Because now that Sky has done some research.
I'd link in with everyone else after all my testing is done. Make sure my weapon is sighted in and everything's ready to go. All the tents are packed away again. Bloody things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Russell's
probably go-
very.
Yeah.
Russell is very well arrested, so I go and help Das pack things on the ship.
Oh, the ship is mostly packed, but I can imagine that there's probably getting the tents back in there and such as well. So, as we're gonna basically screen wipe to the next day, where people are starting to go up the boarding ramp and starting to load things on. It's been a day, so anyone can either had a night's sleep. Anyone can basically recover a point of strain and a wound as well. So.
Okay.
Is there anyone wishes to do before takeoff?
Yeah, and I can think of.
I'll say my goodbyes to Sherry for the time being.
Well,
Take
that's
some,
what's the
take some
thing?
space sickness pills.
You don't find Sherry.
Oh.
She seems to have basically not dropped off the face of the earth, but she seems to have gone in taking her job rather seriously and actually trying to be tracing down this individual in question.
In that case, I'll pull Gage aside and just say, hey, if you happen to see Sherry, just let her know that I've taken off and I'm thinking of her.
No, sure. I mean, do you want me to get someone to go after her? Maybe in the door.
I'm sure she'll be all right. Just when she turns back up, just Pass the message on.
No, all right. Have fun on Dathomir.
Yep.
Mm,
Sure will.
that's the plan.
What are y'all looking so glum for? It's gonna be great.
I
Did
love.
get what I sent you about the creatures there, Das, didn't you?
Yeah, they're gonna be a great fun to shoot.
Oh, my
Mhm.
by the stars.
in the sheep.
All right then. Give me a piloting space check to take off, then, please. Yeah.
I want
I was gonna
Malachi to do
say,
that.
Yes, Malachi.
because I assume I'm piloting.
That would be my assumption. Although you want to,
Yes.
you want to organize who's piloting and who's co-piloting and who's doing what.
Well, I was
think
gonna.
I think Malachi is piloting.
Yes, I was gonna be like, it's Sky. You want to get come up here and maybe I can show you a thing or two as I do this.
No, I think you're good. I think I should probably focus on the other parts of the ship.
Okay, no problem. Okay, what am I rolling? 2 purple.
Just one. It's not really hard.
Okay.
Not hard to get a
Okay.
flight plan. Yep. Well, that's. I'm going to say that you're going to suffer 2 strain as there is quite high, heavy air traffic in Dathomir, not Dathomir, in Nar Shaddaa today, on account for the gala is also people from Nar Shaddaa going as well because they're putting a lot of drones that can operate off Nar Shaddaa. So you're probably actually entering hyperspace alongside other people who are heading towards the event. So yeah, but eventually you've managed to break orbit and head into real space. Right, I'm going to need an astrogation check to plot a course for hyperspace.
Wahoo.
Wahoo! I can't do
Here
that.
we go.
It's going to be a simple
Okay.
check, no difficulty, just an astrogation check.
No difficulty. Okay.
Straight up astrogation. Cool. You're going to get
Can I
there.
spend those 4 advantages to get rid of my 4 strain?
Yes, you may. You may.
Done.
That sounds sensible. As the ship jumps into hyperspace. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to. First of all, we're going to switch over to this scene, as it were. There we go. We're back in space.
Back
Where
in
it belongs.
space.
Space.
And
Space. We're in space. We're in space. Space.
and
Make
wait.
it so. Engage.
And then of course we're gonna go. So there we go.
That's 2 different orders. Make it so, and
Off we go.
engage.
Okay, so the ship is now in hyperspace, and I'm gonna now get people where they should be because, as you can probably see, there's a lot of tokens that need to be rearranged. So first, Malachi, you are going to be in the pilot seat.
Just
What
throw
is-
Sky out like no.
Am I supposed to
Get
have that heart?
You might have said that. What did you do? What did you put on there?
I don't know. I haven't done anything. You spawned me and I was like, oh.
You had a
I'm not. Oh, I
you-
think it's from when we tested it.
Ah, well,
When
there
you
you
were
go.
telling me how to do combat. Yeah.
Well, there we go. Okay, so there we go. You are now set. And yeah.
Lovely.
Malachi's entered combat with 0 strain.
How so?
Fighting the controls.
You guys now have basically several days in hyperspace to get there. What do you guys do anything in that time? Or do you interact at all or talk? Because there's a lot of downtime in this. You're literally your days in hyperspace, so you've got to think about what you're going to be doing to keep yourself busy in this time period.
I've never had a thought in my life.
Well,
Anybody want to
I-
go a few rounds of space chess?
I'll play some space chess
Uh.
with that.
Do you have a degenerate table?
Probably not.
No, you don't.
no.
Let's see. I want to see what I have. Hold on. I don't know. I don't think I have anything. No,
Maybe you have like portable travel to Jarek.
like a little one with like really like finicky pieces that are just so
yeah,
small.
yeah. It's like they're not even animated. They're just
Yeah.
So, oh no, where's the Rancor piece?
yeah.
At least you've got a fridge for for drinks and food and such.
True.
Of course, when you open up, there's just a goober fish in there as well, just
Yeah.
sitting,
Flop.
just flopped in there.
Yeah.
I'd like to imagine that Helene does a little bit of practice of singing, because she doesn't always get the opportunity to do a little some like rehearsals. So just finding a room with some decent acoustics, if there's one on the ship, and just doing a little bit of just writing out a couple of songs, you know.
Oh, interesting. Do you want to find a room with good acoustics?
Sure.
I've never considered what this would be. Um,
This is like walking from proud to stern, singing and
I'm guessing because you're using your ears, it'd be a perception check, I'd imagine.
Sure. Just walking up and down the ship, going la. Just trying to figure out where is best.
Give me a 1 purple dice check. And in fact, I'm gonna flip this to make it interesting.
Oh, okay.
The noise of hyperspace makes it more difficult.
So what am I doing with this?
It's
Turning into
it's 1 red.
one red. Okay, okay.
in hyperspace, no one can hear you sing.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you,
nice.
I would say that you do manage to find a good residence spot, which actually it's in the cargo bay. Funny enough.
Fair enough.
So it's very tight in there because there's a lot of equipment in there, but you are able to kind of sit and or even stand and do some performances. The door to the cargo bay is often kept open, so people in the ship up, not the bunk room, but at least in the corridor. Maybe the cockpit, if the cockpit door's kept open, can hear Helene singing.
Okay.
Anyone else want to do anything?
Hmm.
Or interact anyway?
Not until we arrive.
Oh, you're right.
I'm gonna
I've got a thing in my mind, but I can't do it till we get there. So.
go to Roslos and just quietly say, did you bring the holocron by any chance?
Yeah, Yusa told me to always keep it safe, and it's always safe on me.
Okay. Could I borrow it for? I will give it back. I will give it back as soon as I'm done. But I would just like to borrow it, please.
Yeah, sure. And
If you want to stay with me, that's fine. I just because I can understand this is very precious to you.
yeah, if you don't mind me go with you and see what you do, I will go.
Okay, then yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Then I rummage around my Goroslag.
I just put my hand on him. It's like
and,
put my hand on his like. Let's go to the crew quarters first.
yeah, that's smart. That's smart thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
And I follow Sky.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
sort of bring him in and
Is
close the door.
anyone going to be in the crew quarters? Just kind of establish this.
Do I have to be at the helm at all times?
Not in hyperspace.
No, I
Only
figured
in
that.
raw space. Yeah. I mean, you kind of want to keep going back and checking like controls and like checking headings and things, but that's something to do every now and then. You're not in hyperspace. You can pretty much leave the ship to its own devices.
Okay, well, it would depend. Like, can I just like roll a d6? And it's like whether I'm not even in there, if I'm not, like if I'm resting or if I'm in the.
Yeah, if that's how you want, if that's where you want
Yeah.
to decide, yeah, you can do that.
I'll let the dice side. Low roll. I was going to say low roll I'm in the cockpit, high roll I'm in the bunk. So I'm in the cockpit.
So in the cockpit. Okay.
Okay.
Well, there we go. So yes, you're not in there. Das, where are you and what are you doing?
Cargo bay, checking over final preparation, making sure everything's just like strapped down, ready to go in the speeder.
You're doing kind of inventory as
Yeah.
as Helene is singing as well.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh.
Yeah, so like, never know how much I love you. Okay, flash check. Never know how much I care. Tense check.
Are all the tents here? Shit, we didn't leave one, did we?
That would be rather intense.
Oh.
This is first warning for Sky Corrales. First
I
warning
felt
for
my
Sky Corrales.
soul leave my body at that point.
I can't wait for that destiny point to flip dark. Anyway, so I close the crew quarters door and sort of lock it for now. I was just like, hopefully it won't take us too long, but gotta be safe, even though both, because they know about me,
Hmm.
but not about.
Yeah, they don't know about me.
So yeah, the door kind of slides shut, and it kind of like clunk with a lock as you lock it.
Yeah, the doors are locked, and I take out the holocron from my jacket and pass it on to Sky. Like, here.
Thank you. And I hold it in my hand for a little while, like debating with myself, and then I close my eyes to focus and unlock it.
And the corners kind of spin, and as the holocron kind of beams to life with the image of Cinderella.
Hello, Master. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions, please?
Of course, young one. That is what this holocron is for. What questions do you have?
When do the crystals call to us, Master?
That's a good question. As he kind of, there's a kind of a pause as again the holocron is clearly passing its own information. It says crystals call at any point during a Jedi's life towards themselves. It is very much known that during an event that we have on Ilum called the Gathering, that is when Padawans are expected to gain the lightsaber crystals. But in reality, the Force works in mysterious ways, and this can happen earlier or, in rare cases, later in life. Generally speaking, a crystal can call out to those that it's paired with at any point in one's life. A Jedi's been known to even have many crystals that are attuned to them.
So there's no set time that an initiate becomes a Padawan, then?
Again, it pauses. Generally speaking, it is when around when someone is young, say around 9, 10, just after when they complete the gathering and perform the gathering, that is when they will find a crystal. Mostly because on Ilum, there are so many crystals that one is likely to attune to an individual. But again, an attunement can happen at any point in someone's life.
Okay, so if I had a crystal, would that be the time I would start constructing a lightsaber?
Yes, as soon as someone has gained their crystal, they would then be expected to construct their lightsaber.
Okay. But I don't know if I'm ready yet.
The holocron just seems to take a long while pondering this. Why does the Padawan not feel they are ready?
It's been so long since I last touched the Force, Master. It's such a struggle to get to it now, and I've only ever managed to feel the Force very clearly when my friends and I were in danger, and I have my crystal with me, but any other time I feel like I've gone backwards.
Trust in the Force, Padawan. The crystal called to you for a purpose.
I wish I knew what that was now.
Only you can define if you are the one to give it shape.
I'll meditate on this, Master. Thank you. And I look to Roslos and say, "Is there anything you want to ask the gatekeeper? I mean, I'm done with it."
Yeah, so Roslos picks up the holocron, looks at it like, so what you shall do when the box is closed?
I am merely a hologram. The program simply ceases.
So you're asleep. I see. Okay, so where Misa can find a crystal like Sky?
Hmm. The holocron is limited by its knowledge, so it says, "Well, Padawan, when you are of the appropriate apprenticeship, you will be taken to the planet of Ilum, where you will complete the gathering."
I don't think that's going to be possible, Roslos.
Uh, okay. Last question, and Misa let you sleep. You also know if there are crystals on that Datomir?
Unfortunately, I do not have the information in my databanks to provide an answer.
Okay. Thank you, Yusa Grandmaster. Yusa may go to sleep now.
The hologram bows before just deactivating, and then the corners spin back into the normal square, the cube shape of the hologram.
So
Thank you.
as Russell hides the holocron back in his pockets, like, so Yusa are thinking of making yourself a lightsaber for that crystal. Yes, Yusa have.
I don't know. To build a lightsaber is was a very big step in a Jedi's life, and I don't know. I don't know, Roslos. I still see. The last time I saw the last time I saw a lightsaber that wasn't in Strahd's hand was, well, when when everything went.
Give me a discipline check, please, Sky.
I thought that was coming. I was like,
Mhm.
ah shit, ah shit.
Shit.
I set the difficulty, I think.
You do. I mean, I think it'd be quite high, given the fact that you're now starting to actually talk about this. I imagine flashes might start coming back quite quickly. So,
Yeah. This is a strange thing to ask, but can I please ask for you to flip a dark side point to upgrade the check?
no, if you determine the difficulty includes a red, that includes a red by the base. You don't need to ask me to flip that. I just flip it if I want to modify it. So you tell me if the check, what the check is, and then I'll see if I want to modify it.
Okay, so it's 1 challenge, 2 difficulty.
Yeah, let's shove that one up a bit more, I think. It's just...
All right, whatever happens, happens. Let's go.
Ooh, fail.
Fail, but that's fine.
Okay, so yeah, as you're talking, you're gonna get that flash in the mind's eye. You know, the cloaked figure, the boy, the flash of blue as the blade swings.
No, I can't. Not right now. Not. Put it this way. I don't know what to do anymore. The Force wants me to be Jedi, but the galaxy won't let me. I don't. I don't know. I was
you
hoping I might be able to find some guidance, but there's only so much a holocron can give.
Yusa will know when it's Yusa time. Misa knew Misa could break another Punatson's old teeth long before Misa knew whether Misa should. So Yusa can have lightsaber before Yusa know whether you need it.
Doesn't work like that. The lightsaber itself is just dangerous to have as it is. Like, not even. I don't know how to use it. I don't. I would. I knew how to use the outer character. Does were training sabers used by Jedi initiates?
Yes, you'd have had lessons with Yoda on how to deflect with training sabers.
Yeah. It's been
Very, very basic.
yeah. It's been so long since I've ever trained with a saber. And if the Empire sees me with that, like, that's it. That's it. I'm gone. Like, if there's any confirmation that I am what the bounty says I am, then they might as well just shoot me in the head right then and there. I don't know. It's just.
You shall no need to do anything right now. We shall have a lot on our plate already. Let's wait till we're back with the monster and be done with this thing.
Yeah. I just. Roslos, you ever feel like you've just been running? You've run away from yourself so much that you're just lost and you don't know who you are anymore.
Well, Misa had that for a very long time. Misa have that still. Without Nick, Misa thought Misa is nothing. Misa always thought we be one thing together. We shall be together against the world, and now Maya alone, and Misa never knew whom I am. So it is something we all struggle.
You don't seem to worry about it though. You just seem to do what you do.
That is what life on streets taught Misa. You worry about the immediate problem, and the rest comes along.
Yeah.
It's a not very smart way of life, but it's a let me live.
Yeah, I had to do that when it was just me and Tricky in the underbellies of Coruscant. It's just I don't know. I wish I could just know what to do and not have to
Yeah.
constantly be looking over my shoulder thinking, oh, is there an inquisitor just round the corner about to shank me in the back again?
Misa don't know if any punats in this galaxy know what to do. Everyone just bumbles around. No one knows what to do, really.
Well, I guess most of them don't have like. Well, most of them don't spend their time with a target on their back. But then again, being where we are right now, who hasn't got a bounty?
I mean, most people just go with the wave. Like you start trying to be a Jedi, use a Jedi. You start trying to be a bodyguard, use a bodyguard. You start trying to be a singer or a mother, use a singer or mother, right? You start just most people just go with the flow. If you start not know what to do, it's not like you have failed something. It's not like you have failed the big cosmic mega force. It's just it's never easy to go through life. It is never simple, it's never given on a plate.
Yeah,
If you find what to do with life, that's good. If you are not, then you are in a good company because very few else are found.
yeah, I am in very good company. I'm glad I ended up with you and the others. I appreciate it.
Let's transition over into the cargo bay. Is there any particular song you're singing, Helene?
It's maybe it's like a song that I've not done in a couple in sets yet, but it's one that I'm hoping to do, is kind of like just revitalize the usual sets. Every now and then Helene kind of refreshes which songs are sang during her set, and it's getting towards the time where she wants to change things up and try
It's
some
the
new
one
stuff.
that Size Noodle sings in Return of the Jedi Special Edition. Yeah, the raunchy one.
I I think that Helene's sort of style of song is it's kind of more sort of big and melancholy and powerful songs,
Kind of romantic in that kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any comments from you, Das, about the song?
I'm just letting it go. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it.
No, it's
Oh, you're
not
oh,
like
That's a good
sort of-
thing.
oh, you're enjoying it, are you?
Oh, it's music. I
Yeah.
like music. It's a
Yeah.
free show.
I don't think Helene definitely notices that you're like tapping your foot along and kind of
Wiping a tear.
It's fine.
I'm okay.
It's space pollen.
I suffer ship sickness. Sorry, it'll be okay in a bit.
Malachi, do you want to do anything at this point, or you?
Again, there's not much that I wish to do before arrival.
Fair enough.
I just want to make sure that we get there safe.
Of course. Well, unless anyone wants to do anything, we're going to scream up to the arrival on Dathomir. So, you want to have any interaction with anyone in particular, or?
Nope. I'm all good.
Okay.
All good here.
So we're going to screen wipe to you guys arriving on Dathomir. Now, I've not got a scene set up for this, so we're just going to go for it. We're going to go to the galaxy map, just kind of have that as the screen for now.
Okie dokie.
As you arrive on the well, musty, but on the very Dathomir. It's where else can you think about it? It's as you descend, the planet is a very bold red in.
Sorry. Can I interject? So we arrive.
Yep.
We leave hyperspace.
Yeah, you leave hyperspace.
Are there a lot of ships around?
Not in orbit. There are not much ships.
Is it possible to scan the planet?
You may certainly do that. It's going to be a computer. What depends what you're scanning for. I
am looking for one very specific ship to see if it's here.
Oh, well, that there's no way you'd have this ship this small would have sensors that kind of calibrated. To do that, you would need to do a sweep of the entire planet, which would take your days because you'd have to basically fly low atmosphere and engage your sensors that way. That's what you'd have to do.
Okay. If I'll say this now, if there's a meeting point where everyone parks to begin with, as it were, that's where I would look out for this one specific ship.
You have coordinates to go to, so yes, you do.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, the planet Dathomir, big and red in its distance as a primary color. It looks blood red is what we're talking about as well. It's not the most welcoming looking of planets.
It looks like a big spherical scab in space.
That's not an inaccurate description, actually. As just looking at the planet makes both Roslos and Sky feel a bit cold.
Oh no, sorry.
Signified by an alarm going off.
And there's a little cat face.
God damn it! Is the ship on fire?
Run into the bridge and be like, has somebody got a lock on us? What's going on?
So, no surprise, there's no planetary control. There's no air control of Dathomir. There's no settlements on Dathomir, but one settlement that has been definitely thrown up. So, as you descend into the atmosphere, give me just a simple piloting check, just to kind of take you down gently, Malachi.
Planetary or space?
Space. It's piloting space. My apologies.
Yeah, okay. I want to double check. Is it got any difficulty?
No, it's just simple, straight up.
Cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Interesting.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
crap.
mean.
Interesting.
As the ship is actually struck by an ion storm as you're descending through the layer of atmosphere. It seems to be there's a storm going on, and as descending, there's this great big flash as the ship is suddenly struck by effectively an ion discharge. As all the
Hold on, everybody. Hold on. That's good.
First of all, everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then suddenly, all the screens, all the lights, everything just go dark.
I'll reset.
Oh.
I'll reset the power. I'll be right back.
Yeah, and you also feel like, wait, there's no sound of the engine. Oh, there's no sound of the engine.
Reboot.
This
Yeah.
is why I don't like space.
Sky just books it to the engine.
Yes, you literally have to kind of manually override the engine as very quickly the power generator powers back up and suddenly kind of lights start flickering on the engines to kind of fire up again. Just in time, just to kind of gain service control as you pull the nose up a little bit and you manage to kind of engage repulsors and bring her in just gently. But as you kind of gaze down, Yeah, you don't land,
Mhm.
but you can see down in the distance where the gathering point is. It looks to be imagine a frontier town, like old west style frontier town, where the buildings are very much made of local material, woods, a little bit of metal here and there, literally being cobbled together. They're not meant to be long term buildings. It looks
Sorry
to
about
be
that.
that's all right. There are several ships that just seems to be just landed wherever they be. There's this big tall what do I say so? It's a two-story building around which is where the ships are kind of congregating around. It looks to be this big hall like location, along
Mm.
with two smaller huts on the side. But yeah, that is generally what you see as you descend. Um, if you're wanting to park there, you can try and descend and find a spot to land in. There is no like landing bay or anything. You're literally just parking on a field at this point. Um, so you can either try and find a spot to squeeze in closer to the building, or you can spread a bit further distance away from them. But yes, as for you, Malachi,
So,
yes.
oh no, go on.
Give me a perception check to look over the various ships that you can see there.
I was gonna ask, can I like? I don't know how spending advantages fully works. Can I like split it for like 2 and 2 to give me a boost if I need to roll to park, and then a different boost for now this check that I'm going to look around for?
Technically, no. You can only give someone. So it's one to give a boost die to the next person. If you're spending two to give it to a specific person, you can only one do that once for a start,
Okay.
and it has to be to their next check. It can't be for like a future check. Like if you was to be something specific, that'd be three, and then you'd have one left over.
So could I not do 3 for the parking and then 1 for the next check, which is now looking?
Yes, you could.
Cool, I'll do that. What is the perception? Sorry, the difficulty for the perception.
There's quite a few ships, so I'd say two. I'll give you another boost dice though, because you're at the controls, you're able to kind of slow the landing descent, so you have a bit more time to kind of look around.
Cool. I'm also going to do that.
You're learning.
Which I think does that like it upgrades my ability, correct?
Yeah, so it turns a green to a
Cool.
yellow.
I can just click the button for that.
Yes.
Excellent.
Wow.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
pretty successful.
You've been banking those successes up.
Yes,
take-
from the 2 despairs I rolled back to
Yeah, it's
No,
take a single point of strain.
that's fair.
And it's for frustration because you see all manner of ships around from all various classes. None of them seem to be of a recognizable type, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay. That's fine.
But you slowly bring now when you're making a piloting, you need to make a piloting planetary check to find a spot. Now, do you want to park as close to this place as possible, or do you want to give yourself space? Like, what do you want to do?
Kind of in the middle, so as close as possible, but with also space. You know.
Okay, so not
I don't want to be like having a 2-mile walk to get there, but I also don't want to be like right in the middle of everything.
I was talking about 2-hour walk. We're talking about how it'd be like a 2-minute walk compared to like a 30-second walk, for example.
I'll go for the 2-minute walk.
Okay.
then.
In that case, just one purple dice.
Excellent. And I'm using that boost for my earlier advantages.
Take a setback die as well because of the flora of Deathamere.
Cool. I'll remove it using my skill.
Ah, there you go. Cool. Yeah, so you're able to very easily land the ship a short distance away on the outer edges of the group. Yours is a much is kind of like similar kind of ship to theirs. It's mostly light freighters. There are a couple of very ornate transports that you can see, but nothing too egregious. What do you want to do with your 2 advantages?
Can I use 1 just for the next check, whoever that is?
Yeah, so whoever goes next will
And
get
then
boost dice.
1 to get rid of my strain
Yeah,
that you just
absolutely.
gave me.
Yeah.
Per
So whoever-
action.
The next check gains a boost dice. If I want to record.
All right.
Like that boost. Okay. So as the ship kind of powers and like and settles, the ship does sink a teeny bit into like the very craggy ground of Dathomir. As you just look around and the swampy out, you can see the ships around you. Some of them venting like various gases that they tend to do every now and then. But there seem to be the light that you can see tends to be coming from the. There's some lights coming from the big building in question. There's also sparks coming from a distance. Someone give me a perception check.
Oh, I'll do that. What's the
Don't
difficulty?
forget your boost dice.
Oh, yes, I
One purple dice with a boost dice.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything.
It did nothing.
So it looks like some form of electricity that's sparking on the edges of the clearing, but you don't know what it actually is.
I want to use my advantage. I'm going to heal a couple of strain.
Yep.
And then I'm going to, I guess, can I give a boost to the next one?
Yeah.
Passing it forward until it works.
Like you could say, "Wait, what's that over there?" You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Just that electricity. That can't quite make it out.
Pull out my binoculars and be like, "What's that?"
Do you actually have binoculars?
That's a good question.
Let's find out.
Yeah, they are
I mean,
actual
to be
items.
fair, I have the scope on my weapon. That's
But
what I
that's
tend to use.
a scope, not binoculars.
Mm.
Yeah, you
Like
need-
a good luck holding that massive thing up against the glass. You know.
Granted, yes. No, it's just like my own eyes. I don't have binoculars.
Okay.
I
In
should
that
get a
case,
set.
yeah, it is going to be the same check. It's going to be one purple dice then. And you should get some macro binoculars. They're quite well. Some form of
Oh, yeah.
binoculars. There are several kinds of binoculars that look through walls, look through darkness, all kinds of shit.
Did I get a boost for this from before?
Yes, Helene did give you a boost.
Cool.
Appropriate. So you say, it looks like that there's the perimeter of this large clearing has been made by logging the area, and a large kind of electric fence has been erected around the area, and you can see that there are these 8-legged like kind of baneback spider-like creatures that kind of just constantly like testing the fence and just getting shocked, and it just keeps on going like.
Oh Lord, is Jurassic
I
Park.
don't like the look of that.
I mean, it seems to work.
Yes, but
Hmm.
you notice that they're not retreating. They keep testing it. What happens when the generator runs out?
Can you see, for the 2 advantages, you could see the generator if you wanted to.
Yeah, what sort of generator is it?
Yeah, it is an old rickety generator that is at the backside of the this large building. That it does seem like this thing has seen better days, but it seems to be working. There's also no backup generator.
To be
Yeah,
fair, once we've landed, we're not going to be staying in here. So
Yes.
that's up
Yeah,
to them.
Russell's point.
Do we really want to come back and find baneback spiders in the ship?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll lock
Russell's
it.
points at them and says, "We shall hunt those things. They're eager to hunt us with something."
Did you just say you'll lock the ship, Das? That's not how this thing
It'll
works.
keep them out.
Well, you'll notice that
Close the doors.
all ships have their landing ramps down, because the way it works in Star Wars is that you don't have a secured ship, you have a secured area where you keep your ship.
You don't do that. Beep, beep.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is actually, I think there is an upgrade where you can literally say, okay, you can close the landing ramp remotely. So yeah, you want to look at
I
that
have the
maybe.
ancient technology of locking the ship.
Yeah, that is so yeah, basically if you leave your ship, you're leaving it open to anyone to come up and check it
Yeah.
out. However,
Including spiders.
everyone has also done the same thing in this area. So there seems to be some kind of degree of parlay or trust. Either that or everyone is seriously misguided.
Maybe it's a bit of both.
Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe we call them A, maybe we call them B.
Guess we'll find out.
Oh, I have a
The
bad feeling about this.
the weather is stormy. It's not as you found out upon descent. Rain hasn't started to fall yet. You can definitely see how the place could get rather muggy if rainfall does occur here, though. There are also other sparks coming from all other parts of the fence where other creatures are constantly getting shocked as they're trying to get in.
I mean, I'd rather us get landed before we take another ion hit.
Well, you already
Just
landed.
saying. Oh, good.
You're on the ground now at this point.
Okay.
I thought we were still circling.
No, you found a landing spot. That's
I'm so good, you don't even know I've landed. So smooth.
So the landing ground kind of descends and kind of poof, into the ground of the
Yeah.
of Dathomir. Right then, what do you
Oh, yeah.
guys want to do? Oh, that we've lost Scarf.
Oh no.
Mr.
Scarf!
Fulu.
Yes, we've missed the Fulu man. He's gone.
Follow.
Dathomir's
We've lost the
claimed
Fulu.
victor.
Oh, there
Yeah.
I am. Okay, hold on. Am I here?
There we go.
I think my internet just cut out for a brief moment there.
Mm.
Oh no.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Like a very brief moment, but I was there. I'm back. Okay, here we go.
Dathomir's
we go.
already causing communication problems.
Dathomir claims his first victim.
No, no.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do now that you've arrived here?
Well, I'm assuming there's some sort of check-in that we have to do with the people running this thing.
Nope.
Oh.
Yes, you're highly overestimating the official amount of this event.
So, okay, so there's no organization to this thing.
This literally is just the case of we build this hut. This hut is where we drink and where we hang out, and you sleep on your ship. It's basically what this is. It's the point.
Right. Do we have any charts of this wider area? Or are there any charts I can find?
No, there is nothing. You literally just have what you saw when you landed.
Right.
Which doesn't mean that the ship can't do some reconnaissance. But...
I was going to say, if you want, I could take us around and we could scout around a little bit. I mean, we've got like a day and a half before Vance even gets here. So
Yeah, well, if we can find a good camping spot somewhere secluded, up high, preferably, with a good area of view around, that'd be grand.
Yeah, I've had a bad experience with a swamp. I don't really want to be in the swamp.
Yeah, just for record, you guys won't be expected to camp until the competition starts. You are allowed to uncomfortably live on the ship if you want to. If you are going to go out camp, it does mean going outside the fence. So,
Any sort of, like, if we can, even if it's just preemptively going, we're going to camp there, that'd be great. Rather than waiting until the event starts and going, we need to find somewhere to look.
Yeah.
but I don't mind flying you around a bit if you want to have a look.
Yeah, works for me.
all right. Does anyone want to go with them, or do they want to kind of check out the building?
Let's check out the building.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Malachi and Das.
All
I'm
right.
gonna check out the building with Haleen.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so
Let's-
we're splitting the
They start
party.
having real food in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing that one thing that all players do and it always works out fine.
It's
Yeah.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
No, no.
Save this parking spot. I want it again.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure, Elle, if you've noticed. I just wanted to remind you. Shadow did say I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, you get your XP.
How much is it?
You get
What?
one.
That's fair.
Still something.
Still
I mean,
something?
you know, if you land up with 29 or 30,
How many
it's a very big difference.
How many times have you come to me, Shadow, and said I only need 1 or 2 XP? Yeah.
Yeah. This is your chance.
All right. So, Helene and Rossos, you guys descend the ramp and immediately kind of step down, and yes, you can definitely feel beneath your feet the kind of dry soil of Dathomir, and you can hear the sparkings of the fence, not just from the impact of several creatures testing the fence, but also just it sparking in general.
It's part of the reason why I'm staying.
Reassuringly is what I will say to that.
Yeah.
Right.
Russell stamps a bit on the dry ground, like causing small clouds of dust. Say, my thing, Misa would prefer the swamp.
as you kind of make your way towards the vessel, you pass several kind of different ship types. You can, if you wanted, you can identify them with a check, but you don't have to if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you.
Just have a little. I'm gonna say, are there any like signs of people here?
Oh yes, there is. Like there's plenty. There's lights and a loud ruckus coming from the main building in question.
All right. I guess just I'm gonna go and see who I can find. See who I can talk to.
So as you kind of walk in, you kind of push open the door, and you see that it is again, think Western saloon style, where there's literally a bar as you enter. There's a little kind of step up area where there's kind of a boarded area where there's loads of chairs. There's lots of tables. This thing is a very like a large building with lots of different tables around. It looks like that there's enough to accommodate perhaps even about 200 people in this. A lot of space.
Okay.
A lot of the tables are occupied with various people wearing various different outfits. Like you've got some who seem to be wearing you got some you got some pikes that seem to be engaging in that some they're smoking their kind of various kind of spices on one of the other tables. You have seems to be some zabraks here and there as well doing serving. There seems to be a bunch of individuals what seem to be cuffed individuals kneeling by their side. So yeah, you're thinking that you're probably amongst the less savory types of the galaxy. Yeah.
I'm going to turn to Rosless and go, if anything, we're not going to be out of place.
Yeah, Rustless looks at those people that are like bound in chains and not really like looks at them and grinds his teeth like Misa, no like what might see.
No. But
Yeah, there's only it's worth mentioning that it's only like one or two tables where there's that.
yeah.
The rest just you get the feeling this is basically muscle and heavies as well as some indentured servants around. As a Clatuinian behind the bar kind of leans over gruffly. Give me a second. Some food just arrived to me.
Ooh.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Yeah, there is the Clatoonian by the bar.
Yeah, the Clatuinian by the bar doing food, and it brings me and said, "You also here for the competition?"
We are indeed.
Well, pick a table. I don't care. Just don't make a mess.
No problem.
And don't forget who's financing this business.
Naturally. Let's find a seat.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a bit of
as we go to the table, Rosless like taps Haley on the shoulder like, so who's finances this thing?
I mean,
given whose
So-
birthday
Yeah,
it is,
it's,
you can probably imagine whose it is.
the big guys in charge, the Huts. They're the ones bankrolling this whole affair.
Mm.
And
You could tell that they've splashed out. This building, although it is only meant to be temporary, it is built off. Look, they've probably hired quite a lot of workers or slaves to build this quite quickly.
Yeah.
And the bar is outfitted with all kinds of beverages, like even stuff you've not even seen in the Gambler's Luck.
Be right back.
Oh, certainly spared no expense in making us feel welcome.
There's a lot of drapery and trimmaging. There's actually some banners as well with the Hut Cartel signature over them as well. Some of them seem to have been stained a little bit from some ruckusness.
I'm gonna have a little sort of look around. Can I see anyone from the Zan Consortium?
Interesting. Give me a perception check.
Yeah. All right. Difficulty?
2 with a boost. For
2 with
reasons
a
I can't
boost.
disclose.
Okay. Well. No, that's not go well.
Understandable. There's a lot of people around in here.
Yeah, a bit loud.
It is loud and it's ruckus. Like there are some tables who kind of like talking amongst themselves. Some people are. There's like a table of a couple of brute gang members like arm wrestling, like trying to show them like competition at this point. Just people just drinking by themselves. So it's hard to kind of understand, but you do see that there seems to be a lot of symbols and signatures and out there as well.
Okay. Is there anybody that I do recognize, like just going off my advantage?
Yes, there's actually one.
I
only a
clicked the wrong
person.
thing. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, you
It's the
click
same- oh, you-
negotiation.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
same.
the
It's the same dice.
negotiation.
It's the
Yeah.
same dice. That's why I did it.
Wow.
It was 2 yellows, and I don't think it matters if it's
Yeah.
the same dice, does it? It's because it's
Mm.
2 yellows and a green.
Mm.
Unless you want me to read it, I'm fine either way.
Mm.
It's literally the same roll.
Yeah, so I think we'll take that as that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. There is someone you've seen at the Gambler's Luck before.
Ah.
And let me just pull up her profile. And it says this time when it's like, hey, I'm not gonna I can't find her profile. Ah, here we go. So she's a Twi'lek, who you saw a few sessions ago. Well, quite a few sessions ago actually.
Mhm.
She was meeting with Vance. Basically, according to because Vance, of course, is an underboss, so he
Yeah.
basically works for someone higher than him.
Yes.
And it is, in fact, the individual you were seeing, the female who you know her name is Porel Vakra.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, it actually kind of answers your question because she appears to be on a table that has draperage signaling the Zun Consortium.
Okay.
Worked out for you in the end.
Oh, well then.
Oh yeah, it rings a bell as well.
Interesting. How do you spell the name of that
Yeah.
character?
Of course, Porel Vakra. So it's Porel
Uh-huh.
Vakra.
Great. Thank you. Interesting. I just want to turn to Roslos and say there was a little bit of animosity between the Zen consortium and the Huts. Something I read before we came over.
And you saw things she saw with Zano or the Huts.
I don't know.
My thing is I remember her being at the bar.
Yeah. Intriguing. I suppose I'll just keep an eye out and see where this goes. There could be some interesting drama occurring here.
Rostos, give me a coordination check.
Oh no.
Alrighty.
Three purple dice.
3 purple dice. Alrighty. Let's see.
Ah!
Nope.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
I know.
So-
I think I know
Oh.
where this is going.
Oh no.
A very burly basilisk kind of barges past you and says, "Hey, watch where you're going, Gungan." Actually, shoving you away with both of his right hand arms as he makes his way towards the bar.
Yep. Russell's
You gonna make something of it?
stands up to his full strength like, hey! What you so doing?
Oh no.
I like to think we have the Marty McFly Back to the Future moment where the specialist
Yeah.
turns, stands up, and you just see
Yeah.
Russell's eyes over the
Yeah.
shoulder.
Just whining. Oh.
Yeah.
So it's like, we want to make something of it.
So how big is that basilisk?
Oh, he's tall. Yeah, he's probably about a couple of feet higher than you are.
Oh.
Now,
You saw go now, but you saw be more polite next time. it's not only use a bar, you know.
Why do you make me be more polite then?
There's a lot of civilized people here. You want to talk about being polite, we shall go outside.
Civilized, he says.
Yes.
Helene, give me a give me a knowledge education check, please.
Okay. Difficulty?
2 purple with a boost dice.
Okay. Yeah, that's nothing. Except threat. Nothing but threat.
That's a no from us, dog.
Take 2 strain as you see Ross potentially getting into trouble.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Ross, how are you responding to this guy?
That the response like, might not wanna fire right now, my escorting lady here. But you sir wanna settle things, me sir ready for you, sir.
Puny Gungan. As he kind of just kind of gets down, gets in your face, snarls before turning towards back to the bar.
Look who's talking. You sir must be smallest runt. You sir no higher than a pork.
Oh,
Oh!
so we're gonna screen wipe to the ship.
Meanwhile.
Meanwhile,
Oh no.
piloting a space check to kind of give a kind of a reconnaissance of the area. I'm gonna say make it 1 purple dice.
Sure.
Ooh.
Okay, so the failure isn't going to mean that you failed to kind of pilot the ship. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I'm gonna say
everything today.
I'm gonna say yes. It is that you try and take it up, but immediately, like an ion discharge, slams right nearby, and so you determine that you can fly, but it would be very unsafe to do so.
Okay.
So that's up to Das on whether he still wants to do his reconnaissance.
We could definitely go, but it'd be a bad time.
Yeah, we won't have the air to restart the engines if we get hit this low in orbit.
Yeah, and I can't really look at the ground if we're too high up.
Look, maybe this storm will pass. There's always tomorrow. We have a whole day left.
You got that? Yeah, let's hold off for now.
Maybe we just go inside and have a drink. You know, stretch our legs. We have been cooped up in this ship for almost a week now.
I like the way you're thinking. Let's do that.
Yeah, I guess we can go.
Let's make sure that the other two ain't getting into trouble.
What do you want to do with the triumph and advantages then, Malachi?
I don't know. I'm gonna click this lovely little help spending results thing. Let's have a look. Okay, so knowing that we're about to head into this like big meeting-y hall place type thing, can I use that triumph to look out for any people that I recognize? Or is that more of an advantage thing I would do?
Well, you can use it for that, but I think it's more like maybe you gain like an upgrade to for doing a perception check to notice anyone like that.
I'll do that instead.
Hmm.
And then can I
Heal 3 strain.
use? No, I have no strain. I was gonna say, can I also then give myself a boost to that same thing?
Of course.
Perfect. Thank you.
So yeah, there we go. As the ship gently descends and rests back down where it was, as effectively you've only kind of tipped off, started to kind of filter around, but then the lightning strike happened, and then you kind of like filtered back. So you're a couple of minutes behind Roslos and Helene at this point.
So lift off, lightning strike. Let's not do that. Land.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll do this tomorrow. Let's go chill.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyone
We'll
want to look?
stretch our legs.
Anyone want to look over the ships as they make their way towards this building, the saloon?
Say that again, sorry.
As we're passing, just glance at them, just see what sorts there are. See if I recognize any of them. Any popular hunters and bounty hunters out there.
I will accept a perception check to notice the ships. I will also accept a piloting space check as to identify ships as well.
I've already done this, I guess, so I can just.
I would be more sort of looking out for people wanting to shoot me in the head, wanted to shoot me rather than shoot themselves.
Yeah.
Grounded, yes. Difficulty?
I'm going to say 1. You can get right close up to them, so you're not exactly hampered by that. All right. Good job.
Well done.
So, there's quite a range of transports here, of all kinds. So you can make out that there's some Z95s, there's some HH86 star hoppers. Hello, Empress Degan as well. I also noticed that there's a fire spray 31, also parked as well on its base. What else we got here? Definitely hut style ships that like starting to use in hut space. There's there is a very weird looking aggressor class starfighter as well. And yeah, a kind of a collection of freighters and some starfighters. They seem to be grouped as well. Like the Z95s I mentioned seem to have the same livery as the fire spray and are grouped together.
So we've got some. I think we've got some guilds involved here.
Like
And-
bounty hunter guilds.
Right. As you guys are approaching the entranceway, Roslos, would you please give me a brawl check, please?
Oh
No,
God.
alrighty. I'd be happy to.
I just need to go check something.
Just we walk up to somebody like
Yeah,
getting thrown out
average.
of the window.
Average difficulty.
Difficulty is going to be against this guy. It's going to be 3 purple.
Okay. Then let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next thing you guys see is out of one of the windows comes smashing a random thug.
Oh gosh.
I think we're in the right place.
Why?
Stars take me. He started another
Well, no,
fight.
it's a random thug. We
Why?
don't know. It's...
Yeah.
Mm.
Why
It-
does this happen everywhere we go?
It's Roslos.
as
How do you know
Is
it's
it?
Roslos?
Because it always is.
Look, we're surrounded by criminal underworld. It doesn't have to be Roslos. You Roslos.
Be in the middle of it.
Meanwhile, as they step in, they see Roslos just punching this large basilisk
you.
against the desk.
Well, that's someone I recognize.
However, the in the scuffle, it seems to be that. So we're gonna kind of rewind Roslos as this basilisk comes back.
Yeah.
And he goes for a punch. You duck. You punch him. He hits someone else who breaks their bottle against someone else's head.
Yeah.
That person then has a go at that person. They start getting into a fight. They cause a ruckus that interrupts someone else's drinking. And so as the other group enter, the entire bar is currently engaged in a brawl.
Yeah.
As chairs are being thrown.
One person tripped, fell on someone else's table.
Yep.
I'm just gonna sidle up to the bar and just grab a drink that's just
Yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of this chaos, there is like a few individuals who decided I'm not getting involved. I'm just gonna stand to the side.
And they continue and hide behind the counter.
Can I attempt a coordination check to get over there as well?
What, over the bar?
Yeah.
It literally is right by the door, so you literally can just go right then and just side up to the bar.
Like, you boys have fun. Hi, Helene. How's it going?
business as usual.
Does everyone want to get involved in the fight?
No, I do not want to get
No.
involved.
I haven't even entered the bar. I'm just standing watching through the window. Like,
I'm going to just stand like to the side of the door and just lean up against the wall and watch.
As it is absolute chaos. As Das, you hear some sound behind you. As the guy gets up and is like, "Hey, you screaming through the window!" And he throws a punch at you. Das.
oh, this is uncalled for.
Give me a brawl check. I love that you just say that. So this is uncalled for.
What's my
I like to think that he
difficulty?
misses, and then.
Why do you think Das is gonna get 2 boost dice on his brawl check?
This drunk as fuck.
So
Yeah.
cool.
What's the difficulty on this brawl?
It's 1 purple dice brawl check.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh
No.
god.
So unfortunately, you get whacked in the face, and as you I say you stumble back and actually go the other way through the window.
Oh no!
Oh, there's someone else that I recognize.
Better not have broken my nose.
No, that is fine. What do you want to spend your 2 advantages on?
Good question. What can I spend it on at
Uh,
this point?
I
Other
mean,
than, like getting up.
you can recover like strain. You can get up. Alright. I mean, if you wanted to, I would allow you for comedy purposes to say that the guy took a swing and is now laying face down in the dirt outside.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
He punches me. I take the protect, fall through the window, and he just goes. Yeah.
Yep. He's now face down as it is a sea of chaos. People being thrown from the second floor balcony through through the table on the ground.
Well, I guess I'm in the bar now.
Yeah. And
Did I take any wounds from that?
No, you don't take any wounds from that.
Okay.
in a
As
whole
I'm-
midst of it,
Ah.
As
As
the-
I'm stood here watching, can I do that perception check I spoke of before?
You may certainly do.
Excellent. So, what's the difficulty on it?
The difficulty is, given the chaos ensuing you at this point, I'm saying it's going to be 2, but you're going to get 2 setback dice because, it's one thing to observe a group full of people. It's another thing to observe the chaos in front of you,
Okay, so it's 2 setback dice,
and 2 purples.
1 boost dice.
Mhm.
I also have the Triumph upgrade. I'm going to flip another point for another upgrade.
Why not?
And then I'm going to roll all that and see what happens, but I inevitably fail anyway.
Wow.
Oh, there you
nice. Yeah.
go. So the threat is going to be, I'm just going to say take a setback die to your next check as you're basically now hyper focused on the situation at hand, just trying to kind of, well, that
Yes.
you're distracted. So you might not get you might be thinking of other things when it
It
comes
might,
to.
it
Take
might
it off
not
guard, yeah.
notice someone laughing at you.
Indeed. As what I'm going to say is going to check this. There's no one that you notice here at this time. And you at least no one like who is relevant to your situation if you're what you're doing. I do know that you do recognize a person, or at least a group of individuals at the back, the Celestro privateers, and their leader, Captain Gistero, who basically they are a group of privateers and pirates that operated in Corellia, but they also were known to take job listings out towards the outer rim of the galaxy. And you've had scrambles with them a few times. Nothing like not like rivalry, just like you've encountered them before.
Okay. But no one I'm looking for.
No one you're looking for.
And no chiss at all?
No,
Any chiss?
no
Okay.
chiss, not a single
That's fine.
chiss in sight.
That's fine. And then I will just stay where I am watching this happen.
Mm,
leaning against the wall near the door.
mm. As suddenly there is a blaster shot. Like, and so the entire bar just stop what they're doing, in mid punch, like
Yeah, freeze frame.
yeah,
Yeah.
freeze frame.
Yeah, no, Roslos lands one more punch and then freezes.
Yeah, Sky fluffs up, even though she's
It's
in
like
the bar.
it's like you hear pew, oh, and then that's it.
And on the top of the balcony, you can see that holding what seems to be a large kind of a blaster rifle seems to be a red-headed human, female, probably around about the age of like 25. As she kind of cocks the blaster rifle and says, "Okay, now everyone's ego satisfied, or are we gonna have a bigger problem?" At that point, the entire bar kind of just look at each other. And they decided, you know what, maybe this is settled.
People just like dust themselves down.
Yeah, pick up chairs,
Yeah.
go back to drinking what's left of their drinks, if there is anything left of their drinks.
I'm still just sat on the floor, like, fuck.
Yeah,
I'll go over and help you up.
Roslos straighten up. Yeah, dusts off. Goes to where our table used to be. Tries to see if I can set it up again to be table like.
You do notice that there's a couple of individuals dressed in like red. Usually they seem to be dressed in like red jackets or like trench coats or something. They kind of look up at this woman and you hear one was like, "Sorry, Captain." Yeah, it's like. So it seems to be you've identified one of the more distinguished individuals here.
Do I recognize them?
Give me an underworld check. Anyone?
Anyone?
Anyone can try and identify the individual
I
in
will
question.
I'll give it a
do
go.
this.
What's
I'll
the
do it.
difficulty?
2 purple dice.
People. Who got?
Never mind.
Hold on. I think
Ah.
my.
No,
I just need to refresh my page. Hold on, my
Sure.
mine is frozen for some reason.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no point me trying. I'm only 2 green.
You never know.
I am curious. Why not?
All right, here we go.
What was the difficulty? Sorry. Yeah,
2 purple.
2 purple.
2.
Okay.
Ah.
My little thingy disappeared. Where'd it go?
I need to take some ranks in Underworld because apparently I don't know the other hunters.
Well, no, it's not that. It's that you don't you don't recognize their leaders. And that's the thing is they would have hired hunters from around. So that is where that you're kind of sitting up there. So I think that's fine. This guy knows nothing.
Yeah, just in case, I'm going to try as well. Although Roslos has not much knowledge of Underworld. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna make this easy. All threats are strained to each one who suffers them. Those that fail do not get this information. Those that exceeded, which in the case will be Helene, you'll get more information because you've got more successes. So Malachi and Helene, you've heard of this individual, and they are the owner of the fire spray outside. They are Captain Kath Scarlet of the Benair Pirates.
Oh.
As for yourself, Helene, you know that a few years ago, she took leadership of the Benair Pirates. They tend to operate in the Corellia sector, but their main underworld activity is piracy, as per I understand. And yes, they tend to operate in Z95 headhunters, and the fire spray is her personal fire spray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roslos has no idea who that is, but Burr wants to join them already.
And for the record, her personal fire spray is
All right.
It's referred to as the Kath Hound.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I'm starting to feel out of my depth.
This
Mm.
guy's just like, who's that?
I'll just lean over and relay information.
Yeah.
It's Captain Cat Scarlet, Pirate Captain, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, another individual, a Twi'lek, kind of another Twi'lek, not the other one you saw. Like, this one's a male Twi'lek. Says, "Well, the riffraff do like to crack a few knuckles now and then."
Okay.
He seems to be rather well dressed compared to others. This guy's definitely not heavy.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Who's this said to?
This is said to Helene. Well,
Okay.
more to Helene, Sky, and just generally to the
Yeah.
but addressing Helene's kind of and Sky's
Yeah.
aberration.
Well. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
He says, "Oh, forgive me," as he reaches out his hand and he says, I'm here representing the Skarkalar Consortium, Karan Vines."
You sneaky so and so. No, I heard Scarclan. I was like, wait a minute. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, I remember this individual.
From a different game.
Yes. I, the player, remember this individual. I was just in Tango. Pleased to meet you. I'm Helene Uvasto.
Are you here representing anyone in particular?
Representing Caden Vance of the Gambler's Luck.
Ah, Caden, that old dog. How is he and his bar getting on?
Very well, just as grumpy as ever.
Ah, I see it. Is the dog still giving him troubles?
We've had run-ins with the dog, but
He smiles and kind of taps the side of his nose and says, "No, I understand. Much like these men here, it's all politics, my dear. All wanting to kind of show that they're the biggest muscle in the galaxy, and no one beats
indeed.
them.
Oh yes.
That's why your friend was rather unfortunate to kind of say the wrong thing at the wrong time."
Yeah, well, you know how it is sometimes. The dogs do love a run out.
Indeed, they do. Rather bizarrely, a group of B1 and B2 battle droids step through the doorway and just make they kind of just look around, and one of them looks to the other and turns to the bar owner and kind of says directly to them, just quite matter of factly, "We're here representing the Crimora Syndicate. Where do we go?"
This guy's just staring at them, just like, what?
It looks towards the B2 battle droid, who seems to rumble something like,
No, PB. No. We don't sit. We're not organics. But what do we do? I don't know.
as it seems to be that these droids just kind of
perfect.
they kind of just stand there, just taking up like the entranceway. As by now, most people have started to less raucously get back to their drinks. More people who are unconscious are put back in chairs and face down on tables. And
There's a lot of free space around the unconscious basilisk on the floor.
yes,
They're just stepping over him.
as we're actually going to end it there, I think.
All right.
So you guys have at least arrived on Dathomir after a much
Rocky start.
Yeah.
and you've started to meet the various individuals in play. You won't actually meet most of their leaders. Some of the leaders are here already, as you can know, until the actual big day of the event itself. But of course, some of their leaders are more in step with their subordinates than others, you know. So, yeah. Well, I think that's been a good session. It's been a bit of a short one, so it's going to be like 10 XP for today, everyone. Can anyone wrangle any more from me?
Ooh, I might be able to.
Well, let's start first with motivations, because they're the ones you earn XP for.
Let's
Okay,
have
where
a
do
look.
Where did I leave mine?
And I'm going to go through it in order.
Ah,
Yes, my boy.
I mean, I've travelled to a new part of the galaxy that I've never seen before.
I'll give you one. I'll give you 1 XP for that. Extra 1 for that. Because although you have traveled on the galaxy, it's... Actually, no, I'll give you the 2. I'll give you the 2. You're not going to get it next session, so I'll give you the 2. Malachi, any motivations for you that you've triggered?
Nope.
I'd say nope, not really.
Nope.
Really, nothing. Not
Well,
a
mine is for the weak and charity, and that just didn't come up.
Yeah, definitely not amongst the slot. No,
So, nope. I only have the 1, so no.
Helene.
I think I might be able to wrangle some of my ambition glory motivation this time around because I practiced the singing a bit.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you 2 experience for that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Rosalos.
I don't know if we would count because it was more like you who got me into the fight. It's not like I was trying to.
Oh no,
To seek a challenge.
you got yourself into that fight.
you were definitely.
You definitely said
instigated.
words.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was antagonizing there.
Yeah, incitementing. Did you or did you not compare that best list to a porg?
I did, yes.
Yes. So there you go. So 2 XP to you and Sky.
Can I wrangle my discovery motivation?
Most
of
definitely.
myself,
Yeah.
because I'm still rattling with that Jedi identity of
And
mine.
don't forget, motivations can change people. They can change at any point you think your character's
Yeah.
reached a land point where motivation would change. Any point. So if you want to do that, discuss that with me. We can have a discussion about that. Anyone feel they triggered their obligations or they did anything towards their obligations at all?
Well, I'm the entire time this is ongoing, looking out, keeping an eye out, noting, looking.
You are, but did you actually do anything to resolve some of it?
No,
Like
I
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, so effectively,
No.
no.
If anything, I've done the opposite. I was saving up money to pay off my debts, and I've been spending money to do this bounty.
Okay. That's fine. Helene?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has, but I'm just checking. Roslos?
No.
Sky?
No, I just triggered my fear, and that was about it.
That's fair. I'm also going to roll obligation now. It's not obligation. Obligation now, so I can actually plan it into the next session. That just makes sense to me. So that's what I'm going to do.
I also have some good news for you.
What's that?
I have bought biggest fan.
Yes. So that's again no trigger for next session. Well, you guys are getting lucky now with those obligation rolls. For the lovely
See what the dice was doing us to
yes,
to
I know. Helene, would you like to advise the audience what exactly biggest fan is?
Absolutely. So, once per session, the character may take a biggest fan action to make a hard charm check. If successful, one NPC of the character's choice in the current encounter turns out to be the character's self-professed biggest fan. The exact effect of this NPC of this vary depending on the NPC and the situation. It can drastically decreasing difficulty of social interaction skill checks the character makes, targeting their biggest fan. A fan being willing to perform minor or even significant favors for the character, or the character even becoming a recurring ally in the narrative. At the GM's discretion, this talent may not be able to target certain NPCs whose adversarial nature is vital to the plot, or NPCs will be unable to appreciate the character's work, such as non-sentient creatures, labor droids, and Imperial stormtroopers.
Yep.
That seems harsh.
I mean, it's basically saying GM caveats. If you're up against the big bad, I'm not going to suddenly have oh my god, I'm your biggest fan.
I just mean the harshest towards Imperial stormtroopers. They are people.
I think it's because indoctrination. But yes.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
But yeah. Also, it might just be a joke as well.
I think it's just a joke. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that was a fun session, which I planned you guys getting to Dathomir and meeting people at the hall, I didn't account for an entire thing about a speeder happening in the first part.
Look,
of
it
the
wasn't my fault.
session. So you keep saying.
And so everyone else believes.
Yeah.
You think?
Uh,
No, your characters believe this. You rolled. I rolled. It all rolled.
all right, so yeah, next time, which will be in 2 weeks' time, which we're again live on the 10th of December, and we'll then have to arrange these deck sessions, which probably will be in 2024.
Yeah, I would assume.
After that, because after
Mhm.
that we get into like the Christmas kind of weeks, and that's kind of a tizzy.
Yes.
But yeah, next time we will be meeting. We'll be doing the actual rubbing shoulders with individuals and actually get starting the hunt.
The hunt, yeah.
So I'll probably have to I'll probably have to rename this session as well. I'll probably rename this session as of "It's not my fault." It's not my fault.
No. It should be called "What Could Possibly Go
Go
Wrong."
wrong.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I have to admit, you're really, because of course, what are the two lines that Lando and Han both say in Empire: The Strikes Back? It's not my fault. Yeah. Both times in relation to the Falcon. So yes, I can appreciate you're doing the pilot role very, very well.
So
Love
bonus
it.
points to anybody next week that says, well, there'll not be a scratch on it.
You won't get a scratch.
Just promise, not a scratch.
All right. Did everyone have fun today?
Oh yes.
I
Oh,
definitely.
yeah,
have.
absolutely.
Oh, I for someone who was worried about the session, I am very pleased how this turned
that
out.
was great.
The dice made a lot of interesting narrative things happen.
Yeah.
As they are,
The dice stuff provide.
as they are intended to do. This
Mm.
is why people out there, you should play this game and system.
I would have wished the brawl took longer, but I understand it's just a plot device.
I feel like we haven't seen like despairs and triumphs in ages, and then like
Yeah.
we got loads of them.
Five.
And then like,
Good
oh,
five
wow,
this
wow.
session.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I just
It was like 3 triumphs and 2 despairs in this.
Yeah.
And this is the one session.
Madness.
it happens, and you guys have yet to roll that fateful double despair, so we'll wait for that to come up.
God.
Oh, yes.
What will that do? You just
Bad.
die?
Bad.
No,
Bad
What
time
if
for
you're all double
everybody.
triumph? Oh,
Now
triple triumph.
No, that's really, really good.
Yeah.
I
You
could have rolled triple triumph if I was lucky earlier.
You know this spiel that Sam Neill gives at the beginning of the Jurassic Park, where you see one Velociraptor and then there are 2 other coming at you from behind. That's double
Is that what the despair do?
Clever girl.
Clever girl. Ah!
All right, then. Well, I want to thank the players for joining me, and I want to thank you, the audience, for joining us. I want to thank Lemming Russ as Das Vanden.
Bye, everybody.
I want to thank Divot as Malachi.
It wasn't my fault.
I want to thank Connor, aka Scarfulu, as Helena Vesto.
Thank you.
I want to thank Burr as Rostos Nuba.
I beat up an asshole.
And of course, Shadow Phoenix Rider as Sky Corrales.
Everything's fine, guys. Don't worry about it.
My name's
I
been
didn't shoot anybody.
I've been back, your Galaxy Master. I'll see you in the week, and you'll see this lot in summer streams in the future. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye.